Hey, future people. Thanks for today. And today program again is one of those programs that will have to deal with a lot of things. Traveling from Africa is a very big thing. Many of we Africa we travel without knowing much information of the country we are traveling to. Sometimes we have misinformation about the country. We go there expecting that money fall from the tree. But when we get there, we felt disappointed that what we expected is not what they told us is not what is happening there. We find out that a lot of things that happens here is like a joke. Some of the time, even the agent will tell you that when you go there, you find a job. It's so easy, this and that. They never tell you that you have to pass through a lot of difficulty before you can get those things. They never told you that you have to work your way out. They never told you about the visa, the right visa to apply in order to get to the country. So a lot of things that goes against we Africa when we travel. Even when you're going for education, it's good for you to know about the country, to understand how basic things. A lot of people are suffering in Asia today. A lot of why I can't say because I'm in Australia, everything is okay. I don't want to, think about that. But a lot of young youths, a lot of able men are in prison in places like Asia, even in Europe, because they are misguided. Some of these guys are very smart guys. Some of them end up doing the wrong thing. So today I will have, panel with me that will discuss this thing. I will have also special guests, somebody who we actually respect so much, somebody who have, she have come in contact with a lot of diplomats. She have worked with a lot of people that that are much concerned with things that are happening to Africa. So she will give you guys, details. She's such a lovely lady that she will tell you guys what's actually happening to we Africans, how you can maneuver, what is the problem. She would give you details. It's good for me to bring her today, and you guys will hear from her. I hope if you're coming in, please help us share too. You guys will enjoy. She's not in Australia. She's, from one of the Asian countries, but she'll be here tonight. She will talk with us and she will enjoy with us. Guys, as normal, let's play some music, guys. We have to play some music and get myself going, guys. I love music. If you love music like me, just shout. Guys, I'm going on P Square. Hey, tell us, guys. I love P Square, guys. Let's look on P Square, P Square. Everybody know I love P Square. I don't know why they stop. Yeah. Guys, that's my favorite one, guys. Let's go for it. P Square, guys. Ambassador Jeff will be here. I don't know. So today also we have some good program going on. Guys. So as usual, I always like to enjoy my music, guys. So watch out. Let's go. Let's dance, guys. It's good for you to have it fun. Ooh. Since you're already here. Since unless you want to dance with me. Wanna dance with me? Wow, guys. Well, come on, guys. It's like you guys want to dance with me. With me. Thanks guys for calling in, guys. You guys mind with my music? I like dancing, guys, sometimes, you know.
We'll go somewhere.
You guys mind with my music? So guys, Lisa, Cynthia. Thanks guys for coming in. Thanks everybody. And today, guys, we are going to win hard, you know. We have going to like a lot of things. So sorry guys. How are you, Cynthia?
Oh, Madam Mase, how are you guys? It's another blessed day, blessed weekend. So
yeah, Cynthia, can you quickly help us? Yeah, can you quickly help us for the new month? You know, this is a new month that we just get into new month. You know, so we just wanted to see people. I know it's a kind of blessing. You know, we get into what they call it, 2000 August, right? August, month of August. So which is awesome. I mean, we are opportune to see month of August. You know, so I think it's a very lovely thing for we.
And it's my birthday month, guys.
Oh God. So you see?
Happy birthday.
Lisa, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. We are talking about that this month, you know, we are so lucky to get into this month, you know, irrespective of what is happening around Melbourne. We in Melbourne here, we are in lockdown. We have, you know, going through difficult time this time around, but I think we will come through it because we have faced bushfire, we faced a lot of things. So I think we will always come through this. It's not an easy thing. So guys, if you watch us, always remember to pray for Melbourne, pray for we in Melbourne, and pray for everyone, guys. Just remember, you know, it's not easy. A lot of families, people are in hospital, but you know, we are just opportune to be here sharing with you guys. So it's a nice. So Lisa, how are you going anyway?
Me?
Yeah, how are you going?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Are you looking?
Yeah, we had a close call at work during this weekend for one of our residents, because I work in disability. One of our residents was due to go out with one of our residents was due to go out today with a support worker.
Yep.
And the support worker, we received a message yesterday that the support worker that our resident was going to go out with tested positive to coronavirus, to COVID-19.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Lisa, 1 minute.
If he didn't get tested, our resident would have gone out with that guy today and would have contracted COVID-19 and brought it back to the house.
Okay, Lisa, 1 minute before we continue this live, guys, I would like to welcome a very special lady, you know, somebody who I love so much. She has been doing amazing work, so I was so opportune to get her here today. I hope she will help us also educate us on things that are happening around Asia. I so much love her. She's such a brilliant lady, very confident, and somebody who you know, outspoken Christian lady. She always said the truth wherever she is. That's why I love her. Welcome, Esther, with us, guys. Esther, you're highly welcome.
Hi, Bona.
We have.
Hi, Cynthia.
Yeah, we have Cynthia here. We have Lisa, and you have myself here today. You know, it's kind of honor to have you. It's an honor to have you. I was like, oh my God, will you be able to come? So it's so amazing. Yeah. So on top there is Cynthia, and Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So Lisa, so what do you say again? So what happened? What happened? Yeah.
What happened? Oh, yeah. I work in disability.
The camera is
And,
not on.
yeah. And one of the people that live in, because I work in a supported house.
Yeah.
And one of the residents that lives there, he was due to go out for an activity today with another support worker.
Yeah.
And they had to be cancelled yesterday.
Okay.
So they cancelled the outing for the resident for yesterday,
Yeah.
because the support worker that was going to take him out was tested positive to coronavirus.
My God. Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
there are 5 people that live in that house altogether, and they have different staff coming in and out of the house all the time. So if that person wasn't tested for coronavirus,
Yeah.
then and that person would have brought the coronavirus to the house.
Oh
Would have
man.
given it to the client. And the resident would have brought the COVID-19 back to the rest of the house, and everyone would have been infected.
Oh man. Lucky. Finger crossed on that. Thank
That
God.
That's 2 points for confidence.
I don't know how you guys are over there. Here we are facing a lot of coronavirus problem in Melbourne, but in Victoria in general. So from Monday, they have mandated everybody to, put on mask Monday. Before it's just within Melbourne, but now
What is happening? We can't see our guest.
you can't see her. Can you?
Okay.
I can see you, Cynthia.
She can see you, Cynthia. Can you see her now, Cynthia? Can you see her?
No. Can you see her?
She can see you.
I can see you very well.
I can see her too. Lisa, can you see her?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Can you see me?
Yeah, everybody can see you. Lisa, can you see her? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see her.
Yeah. Maybe Cynthia, you go out and come in again if that's okay for you.
So, but I can't see our guest.
Can you see me? We can see her. Anyway, you can go out. You probably go out and come in again. That's the problem. So we have been having this problem.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see Lisa, but the guest I can't see her.
Come, we can all see her. Lisa can see her. Maybe you
but
go
can
out
you
and
hear my voice, Cynthia? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Cynthia,
Yes.
everybody can see her. They say everybody see. Okay. We are seeing everyone here. Yeah.
Can she
Maybe
see
log
you?
off. Maybe you log off and come in. Probably do that way. Anyway, so I don't know how you guys are having those coronavirus over there. I don't know if it's so much over there where you are now, this time, because
Not really. We've been locked down for like 3 months. So you guys were having fun and we were locked down for like 3 months, and now we just got back with a new normal strategy. So everything is opening up. The government started up last month, this July that just passed. So almost all offices are back, but now there's a schedule, there's a routine of the job. So people don't work from Mondays to Fridays. They work from, some staffs have been, shifted to work on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's a routine. So that's what we're doing. But overall, the as of last week, the cases have, started skyrocketing again because some people have been neglecting the whole new normal routine and all. But malls are open, stores are open, businesses are back again.
Oh no.
Yeah, everything for me, it's kind of a new normal strategy. Schools are online. Yeah, schools are closed. Everything is online mostly for the schools. And there are lots of new systems that the government had to build in order to catch up with the online strategies and all, to reduce physical contacts. and maintain physical social distancing and all. But the malls are packed. That's a funny thing. People still go out, but everyone. The lucky parts we had in Indonesia, I feel, because we have a culture whereby we were used to wearing the masks even before the COVID-19. So it's a country where
exactly. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So it's not new to anyone here. So I don't feel different from before now. It's normal. So that's it.
Like here, a lot of people, like, if people just try to avoid the law, they don't want to wear masks. Even me myself, I find it very hard to wear the mask too. It's kind of like crazy to me. And I don't know, Lisa, you have been putting on a mask. Unfortunately, you can't wear a mask. Without mask, this day we can't work. It's kind of very crazy for us, So yeah, on Monday, I don't know how to start. Lisa, do you feel comfortable wearing the mask or what?
For me?
Yeah.
I'm not used to it yet. It's like it's like every time I breathe out, it's like somebody's put a heater in front of my face. So.
That's terrible. Oh God. Yeah, I find it very difficult. Like, I don't know how people have to. Okay, I'll get Cynthia back. Probably she'll be fine with this. Cynthia, hopefully you are fine now. So yeah, it's very hard for us. Like, Cynthia's trying to connect more, but yeah. Oh, her network, I think she's having a problem. Hey, Michelle, Michelle lives in Melbourne. Do you find it okay to wear the mask? I don't know, Michelle, I have to wear all day at work. It's annoying. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's interesting, like everybody's so cautious, and now we have a varieties of masks and designs. It's funny, yeah, but it's awesome.
I tell somebody that in Asia they've been wearing it. I don't know. Somebody told me it's because of pollution.
Yeah, it's because of pollution actually. So we got addicted to it, and then 4 years ago when they launched the motorbike company like Uber, they normally when they come, I get angry. The guy will be like, "Do you want masker?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want the masker." But now I'm like, wow, 4 years later, it's now a must wear, right? So it's funny how the world will change over time, man.
Yeah, that saves life. Oh God, I hope we will get used to it. Do you know, I saw in television that a lady actually going out campaigning that people should not wear masks. They're seriously campaigning that people should not wear masks. Actually, she said, we need to die. Though you have to keep on living your life as much as you can. That you don't need to wear masks. And some people are buying the idea. Why the premier Andrew was saying that she's so stupid and all those kind of things. I don't know what to believe. It's just hard. But unfortunately, if you're working in a carer or in a health sector, you have to wear masks. That's definitely, you have to do that. It's quite hard.
Yeah, ignorance is more expensive. If they say wear the mask, we just wear it to be on the safe side. Whatever it's going on, we still stand on the safe side, So it's better to be part of the, like then not doing it because you heard from someone. We all are not medical experts, We only hear information based on whatever. And I feel with the use of the internet, false information, rightful information, they all contradict themselves at this point in time because anybody can put anything out there, right? But I feel like people should just be cautious. It's better to stay on the safety path. Yeah, if what's there in wearing the helmet, the what's it called? It's like riding a motorbike, and they say wear the helmet, right? You do it without complaining. So they say wear the masker. There's COVID-19. You just do it, and then let's see what the outcome will be at the end of the year. If there's a solution, if there's a vaccine, then we can now comfortably say this is it. It has been approved by WTO or something. If the World Health Organization haven't approved anything, who am I to say I would neglect what is happening out there? So at least as a human, you should just have your own thinking and say, know what is right and what is wrong, and do it. And do it.
Do you know, like Asa, like we're saying this, we have this problem here, we're struggling, and we understand that this is real. But in Africa, like, people don't understand this is real. Everybody's playing, with COVID-19, people, they don't even care. Some people question about the whole thing. They say it's a evil man or a white man's mentality. What do you have to say? We are seeing this thing killing people here.
Yeah, like yesterday, I attended a funeral on Zoom, and my friend, she lost her mom. When you hear COVID-19, when you watch it on the news, you never feel the impact until you see someone closer to you die from it. That's when I know I felt it. 2 weeks ago, she lost her mom from COVID-19. Her mom went to America to spend time with her, and then she died. And they buried her yesterday. We all had to attend the funeral from by Zoom, and also it's something that I would say. And she and her household, her kids and her husband were also affected. So we just have to, be on the safe side. There's nothing wrong being on the safe side. There's nothing like white or black. We have the same bloodstream and everything inside our. We're all humans, so I don't even like using the race card thing when it comes to serious issues like this. That this is all, this particular disease or this particular virus is focused to one particular tribe or one particular segment. No, it's everywhere. It is affecting the whole world. The whole world is at standstill at this point.
Yeah, somebody was telling me last time. Somebody was telling me that in Nigeria that we are not aware of this, but probably everybody in Nigeria is COVID-19 positive. Because sometimes I don't know. Sometimes you will have those things. You take some time, before it start developing. I'm not sure, but I don't know whether a black man has his own problem. Or in America, a lot of blacks are being killed.
Yeah.
So, a lot of blacks are being killed. So we can't say black man. We have the problem they have in China too. They expose a lot of blacks, but we have lesser casualty. So maybe God is like, because of the medical aspect of life, blacks are not really strong on that. Then they have to
another thing that it's also playing a role, we the blacks were very spiritual. So a lot of people are, trying to attach spirituality to what is happening now. And, for instance, the medical system in Nigeria, as you would say, it's not something we could say something like we know the numbers of COVID-19, what is happening, is it NDCD or whatever they created to handle the COVID-19 crisis. You could see all the corruption charges coming up because of COVID-19. And then totally, I saw on the news only 200,000+ people in a nation of close to 200 million was tested. So if we look at it from a research angle, that is not enough number to. Yeah, and a lot of people will not be tested because you could see how the situation went in Nigeria, how they handled the situation. If you're positive, how they treated you. People were forced to quarantine, even out of their. They were not given treatments. They were not treated like humans. So a lot of them will even die without even knowing they were killed from the virus because they are superstitious. They will attach it to other things. And imagine I had a case where they said someone died of COVID, and then his body, the family exhumed the body because they were angry. He wasn't buried properly in River State. And the man had to exhume the body by force, those kind of situation. If this person had COVID and he died and he was buried and now you exhume the body, you're exposing a lot of people out there too, just because of your mentality and how you see things. It's just a dead body for now. You could have a funeral somewhere else, have a party that is safe instead of exhuming the body, yeah. So those kind of situations. But overall, I feel there are still smart ones out there that obeys the law. There are people still taking precautions. It's not going to be general, yeah. At least we have educated people in Nigeria. But like our moms and some people in the village, some of them they don't even know what it's all about, They call it all sort of names, right?
The educated people say they take care of themselves first. Unfortunately, you come side of that area, you are part of those areas that your politicians say they take care of themselves first before they will take care of the normal Nigerian, common Nigerians, It's kind of crazy, I don't know.
This is also a lesson for Nigerians and for for like you said, you're saying about things that Nigerians want to look forward to in investments. I feel this is also a challenge to people out there that wants to, start up new business idea and that have a, capital to invest in businesses. The medical segment is a segment that needs to be attended to. For instance, we're short of lab facilities, especially lab facilities. Like in Port Harcourt, where I grew up, I could tell you there are not over 20 labs facilities, well-equipped lab facilities. Even small labs are very rare to find. And then the hospitals, the clinics and all, they're not up to standard. If you had ever experienced the general hospital in Nigeria, it's the worst nightmare ever. The death toll there, it's very, very high because they don't have the facility and the capacity to accommodate people, patients, and also it's also a problem, and people need to see an opportunity out of that. You don't need to be a medical expert to invest in the medical world, right? You need to partner with a local doctor and something and get a license. And then I notice Nigerians invest more in hotels and all. Like if you go to where every street has hotels, and I wish they came down
that's
to
right.
hospitals.
We come on to
You can
that
convert
one.
the business. You already have the property. You have a property. You can convert them because hospitals and hotels, they have similar structures, right? So people can, convert those properties a little bit to something that is profitable to the people, and people need to start investing in that segment, in the medical segment. There are private hospitals outside in Australia. There are private hospitals, right?
Yeah,
There are
that's right.
public hospitals. So you don't have to be a doctor to 100% invest in that. You can come in as an investor. You can start it up because it's a niche market in Nigeria. It's still a niche market.
In Nigeria, but we'll come on to that one. Like it's, I come across your video. I told you last time when you featured on some of those things about Indonesia, I was so impressed about you. I said, that's the lady I so much admire. You talked about Nigerians, like the topic we have today. We are talking about Nigerians traveling overseas. Many of us are victims. I'll probably be one because if I tell somebody a story about myself, when I wanted to travel, I got a guy that wanted to sell a South African passport to me. I don't know. He just collected one money. I told him, why will you give me this kind of a thing? So a lot of us are victims that when you want to travel out. So we ask ourselves, how can we, be aware of where we travel? What preparation do we have to do before you step out of the country? And now, like recently, Indonesia is like in the map. What is happening in Indonesia? A lot of boys being into trouble. They tell a lot of stories about, that place. But to your experience, what do you think about this? Let's go for it.
I believe life is there's a need for constant improvement in life. You need to improve yourself. You need to improve your skills. You need to learn from your mistake, and you need to take continuous actions on your idea. For instance, I give you an instance. When was your last graduation in Nigeria? If I want to look back, some people will say I'm a graduate, right? I graduated in the University of Benin. That was in 2005. In 2005, this is 2020, right? So you graduated in 2005. The books you use, they're all outdated. The world is changing, right? So that's what we need to do first. You are a graduate. Maybe you worked in small businesses and all, and you've done something in Nigeria, and now you're preparing yourself that, okay, I want to travel to Indonesia. We live in a worldwide, with the WW world we are now. Information is at your tips, at your fingertips. You need to make basic research, even if you're not enlightened, you're not educated. You need to make basic research. You understand? Ask people. Know, like, okay, I want to go to Asia. As we all know, Asia, every person in Nigeria has one awareness about Asia, that they are into mass production, meaning cost of labor is cheap, right? And they too, they're also struggling with their educational system, which is not also balanced 100%, right? So before you're trying to say you want to venture this way, if you're smart enough to say, okay, I'm coming to Asia, and I want to start up a business. It's just like the Chinese, a lot of them migrate to Indonesia and they migrate to Malaysia and they start up, right? So it is still possible, but you cannot go into a market that you don't fit in. That's where they get it wrong. When people come outside and say there are no jobs, that's one thing I get confused about. Like, you need to be qualified for the job market before you can say there are no jobs in the job market, right? Because if you are in Indonesia, for instance, the trending jobs currently are marketing, online, the tech world is growing faster. And then you are Nigerian, you appeared here in Indonesia with a 2005 degree from a school that is not recognized in the world. You have no skills. You've not learned anything for the past 10 years. And then you're complaining there is no job. How do you fit in? Will I bring a loser into a corporation that is already succeeding? Would you employ someone that would set your company 20 years backward? Nobody wants it. Everyone is looking for smart people, right? Even the investors are looking for smart entrepreneurs or startup businesses that have ideas that could, yield profit, right? So if you say there is no job, are you qualified for the job that you want to apply for?
Just a second. Let's welcome Ambassador Jeff. I think Ambassador Jeff has been moving house. He's kind of very busy, guys. He just come in too. Yeah. So Ambassador Jeff, you're welcome. Ambassador Jeff, welcome to the program. We have
Thank you very much.
We have Cynthia. Esther is our guest today. Esther has been disclosed live. Esther is a very, very respectful lady that with so much respect around the world. In fact, when I saw you, Esther, when I saw you with Information Minister of Transport, Amechi, when I saw you with Amechi in the picture, I thought maybe Amechi will give you Vice President. You have to run with Amechi. Seriously, you guys, because you have so much idea that you can give to this man to work. You want to sell us to China. That's what advice him. Anyway,
I don't believe in that phrase in Nigeria where they believe like in order for you to grow in Nigeria, you need to know people, you need to know politicians.
No, bro, I'll come to you, bro, later. Yeah, I came on. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I said I don't believe in the idea of like because I met with the minister or whatever, from there I could get connections and all of that. I believe in myself. In life, you first of all you have to believe in yourself as a person. So challenges come, situation come, failures comes, and then you can overcome anything. I don't need to know anybody to be successful in life. That is one of the things one of my basic. I always tell people, I don't need to know anybody to be successful. I have brains here. If I want to learn about you, I will study about you and I will know how to get to you and approach you, right? If I want to be an engineer, if I want to be this or anything, if I want to be famous on YouTube, I would learn the marketing skills on how to be famous. So I don't need people. A lot of Nigerians have this mindset that, after graduation, you need connection before you can excel. No, you don't need connection. You just need this up here.
That's reality, it's kind of about our people. Sometimes when we are closed up in our own small community, we refuse to see what is happening outside. So, and some of our people, when you are in there, people are telling you what you need to do outside. You never take correction. They still make the same repeated mistake. Before I start the program, I was telling people that I should not be ignorant of what is happening to my people, because maybe my life is good and maybe I'm okay. I forget what is happening to the less ones. A lot of our young boys are in prison in Asia. A lot of our young boys are being left on the way. Like I remember when I was in Singapore in 2001, a young man met me where I'm drinking. I asked him, "What are you doing?" He kept quiet. I keep asking him. I said, "Why do you carry your bag?" He kept quiet. I keep talking. Then he told me, "Brother, that he's waiting for a train that is going to Japan." So he's waiting for a train that is going to Japan from Singapore. So I couldn't imagine. A very able, mature guy, educated guy, telling me this, I was so shocked. So that tells you how our people are victims of traveling. They are not well informed. So this is why we have to, we call you today, you have seen a lot in that Indonesia area, and you are a lady who, I can see your heart, you have this heart to help our people too. Those that reach out to you, do. But we still have to communicate and give out information as much as possible. so that people will learn anything that they as much as possible they can learn. You know, Ambassador Jeff. So what do you have to tell us today? How do you Ambassador, you are so serious with Baseke. You are so serious campaigning for Baseke, man. Pastor, listen, I must say this thing. Pastor does not mean that you will be a good politician. Okay? No, not Baseke. Sorry, not Baseke.
First of all, I want to. My name is Lawrence Jeffrey Usayan, the ambassador, to be precisely, and under the socio-economic status of the United Nations. And my sister there, I think I saw the name, Esther.
Esther, yes, Esther. Sorry, guys.
A Nigerian or?
Yeah,
I'm a Nigerian, proud Nigerian.
Right, yeah.
Yoruba.
No, it's a Nigerian.
Yeah, I know he's a Nigerian, but the ethnic wise, because a lot of Yoruba answer Esther. So
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm trying to be funny.
This sound a Yoruba.
Anyway, what is the topic of discussion?
We are talking about Nigerians traveling abroad. Awareness. What they need to know when they're going before they travel abroad, before you venture out from your country.
Okay. It's good.
When you get to your
let me start from the preambles. You see, we have a minister of transport and aviation he's telling us not to ask him about $500 million that is just embezzled by the name of.
I hope that we will not be offended. That's Amechi. We will not be offended.
Yeah, $500 million.
I don't know him. I know him as your whatever, but I'm not friends with him.
He's telling us that we shouldn't ask him about the money, otherwise Chinese we stop giving money to Nigeria. To be precisely, I don't think if we organize our country very well, I'm not sure if the Chinese is richer than Nigeria. They might be more than in population, but economic-wise, I think we have all the mineral resources to subdue China, if not because of our greediness. How could Amechi disappear with $500 million and telling us that we shouldn't ask for that money? That is the first one. The second one is, I'm very, very passionate about women. And I like them to be very, very taken care of.
Yeah.
And there's this 52-year-old man who kidnapped a boy, or in the name of Ida Kebi, whatever they call it. It's a Christian. It's a pastor.
Oh, God.
A pastor kidnapped to donate money to the less privileged. Wow. So his name is Ade Tukumbo, Ade Nukbo. He's a Yoruba man. He's a 52-year-old man, and in connive with Chigozie Williams and Linus Ugoriji, Emmanuel Chris. They are all below 30 years of age.
Oh,
so they come up with the idea to kidnap, to donate money to the less privileged. This Ida Kebi. That is a very, very low. Last week we discussed about Pastor how they fake themselves with the fake anointing oil. In Canada, the Redeemed Church is splitting apart. So we're just waiting.
Really?
Yeah, they're like this now. We're just waiting. I think one already 2 points, so the other one. So they are fighting. I think they are sharing. They're going to share their property over there. So there's war in
we're in trouble
in Canada. Now, when it comes to traveling is a part of education, and the majority has been a victim of it, most especially the South part of Nigeria. I was in Singapore 1997. I just arrived at Bencoli. A guy ran towards me and said, "Bro, are you from Benin?" I said, "Yes." What is the meaning of if I'm from Benin or from where? What does that have to do with me coming here? He said, "The reason is God has just brought me here." I said, "Why?" He said, "There's a Benin guy here. He wants to go to He wants to go to Thailand. I said, why can't he drop in Thailand? Because the flight bringing you to Singapore should have dropped you in Thailand instead of crossing Thailand and drop in Singapore. So after I arrived in the hotel, they went to go and bring the boy because he was sleeping in the Bekoni Park. The boy came and I interviewed him. I just happened to know the brothers. So I was able to help him get him a visa to go to Malaysia. So he ended up in Thailand. I don't know anything back up to this very moment. I don't know where he is anymore. So there are a lot of people that have lost their lives when it comes to traveling. I've come across people. The group of us that were in Malawi, I'm the only one who never planned to come to Australia that is in Australia. You understand what I'm trying to say here? The remaining guys have been gone back to Nigeria. Only one succeeded. He arrived is in Germany. The remaining ones are still here. Some have passed away. One died in America, and the rest gone back home. So when you come to traveling, a lot of people are misinformed. Somebody called me from Germany and said, please, how much is a train ticket from Malaysia to Australia? I'm just telling you it's $55. Go to the train station, buy the ticket. And there's a ticket from Kuala Lumpur that will bring him to Australia.
Australia.
So 11 hours. So, he said, are you sure? I said, I'm very, very sure. Just tell him to go to the train station and buy a ticket, $55. He will bring him here. No visa.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people are misinformed. Singapore, back in the days before I left that environment, more than 300 Nigerians were stranded in Singapore. I can remember when I was living in Indonesia, that is the same day Obasanjo arrived. People thought I was coming to welcome him. I was on my way to New Zealand. They said I was coming. That was back in 2001. So a lot of people stranded. So Obasanjo that told the Singapore government that they should start deporting Nigerians and tell them to apply a visa restriction on Nigerians.
Yeah.
So that was back 2001.
I was just 1 minute. I must tell you that I'm like very angry with Obasanjo. During that time, I remember I was the first black guy signed by a Secretary Club in Singapore. So there's a young boy, 17 years old boy.
Where was this?
Huh? I was the first black guy signed by Singapore. And that was 2000. So I was the first black guy signed by Singaporean Creative Club. You know, 2000. So there's this young boy that came to Singapore. I've been traveling. I'm like out of Nigeria, out in. Anyway, but there's this young guy that they caught. You know, he was traveling. Somebody gave him a bag.
You say you play for Singapore again?
Singaporean Recreative Club. Singaporean Recreative Club. Recreative. It's just close to a childhood area. Yeah, kind of like,
okay, because maybe I know Oporupo was there. I know
this guy
was there. I know my brother played in Singapore, and I know a lot of people in Singapore. Jimmy
Prince,
and the
yeah. So anyway, this young guy, he was traveling when he got caught by drug. He got caught with drug in the airport. He's a young boy. He doesn't know anything. You know, some of these agents. That's what we are talking about traveling today. Some of these agents, they use this young guy to carry their drug out from Nigeria. So if they succeed, they get money for the agent. If they die, their life goes. So this young boy, when they caught him in Singaporean airport, the young boy told him that the bag does not belong to him. You know, Singapore, drug trafficking is dead.
Yeah,
so
it's dead by hanging.
Yeah, the guy cried. Everybody came. Many footballers came and asked the guy. The guy was sharing to that he doesn't know anything about it. Obasanjo could not write to Singaporean Prime Minister to tell him to please leave this boy, because a lot of people we know when bad things happen. We know that some of these crazy boys, they may go to other countries. All these are crazy boys. They may go to other countries, start doing the wrong thing. Okay, But this one is innocent guy because Obasanjo came late. After 2 days, they killed the guy. Obasanjo brings his letter, which is totally wrong. You see, that's why we have things like this today. Because to prevent this, we have to speak up. A lot of our young boys, when they go out to a foreign country, some of this country may be good. You find them engaging in something like time, doing some nasty thing that doesn't, killing the image of themselves, I told people that you may think that crime pays, but what crime do you damage the image of your country? One person may succeed, but kills 30 people. So how can you take one person that succeeded in crime, then white party is gone? So that's why we have to talk out today. We have to, after we discuss about this, we also have to tell people what you have to do before you have to step out. You have tell your story that somebody wants to buy a ticket from Malaysia to Australia. They probably carry to map.
By train. They don't even by flight. By train.
Show you map.
Yeah, it has been an epidemic.
Okay, so Cynthia, what do you think about traveling out of Nigeria? What do you think?
Yeah, before anyone can, if you plan to travel out of the country, you first of all inquire about that country, know what and what is involved, and you also having a legal document. Some of us will just want to anyhow document, provided we go outside the country, which is very bad. When you get there and they caught you, it's a very bad thing. You will begin to suffer. So before you make a plan to go outside the country, make sure that you have acquired every necessary document that you need. And also you have to, even if you are not educated, try to have a skill job, a skill that will enable you, even when you get there, you can see something doing. You mustn't go to university to acquire a degree first. Make sure that you learn something. If you are a lady, go and learn how to sew, go and learn how to make hair, go and learn how to do all this beautician. If you are a guy, there is some other things which you can learn so that when you get there, even if you didn't see a white man job, you can also help yourself, employ yourself, and do something better. But the thing is that we in Nigeria, because of the hardship and other things, we don't have patience. We just want to jump outside the country. When your friend in Dubai called you, oh, there's a lot of job here, bring 5 million. You don't even care. You even sell your father's property just to get that 5 million and get out of the country. And then when you go there, nothing, no job, you don't even have any skill to start your life. And then you see some of them will start to engage in some of the danger things like selling drugs or even so many dangerous things. At the end, they will put themselves in trouble. So what I'm saying is that before
it is very, very hilarious to see the way people are. It's an epidemic. It's the traveling in Nigeria is like coronavirus. So if you take, for instance, back traveling epidemics is back 89, 1988, 89, and that is when people started moving. And Libya and Morocco road were open to people. They never count how many people died.
How is it going anyway? Is it doing all right?
Has lost countless numbers.
He has grown so much, man.
In Libya, crossing the Mediterranean Sea to Italy, millions have lost their life on that.
Yes, that's right.
And still counting. Now, one of the main reasons about people migrating is about economic hardship. Economic hardship, but the people that have crossed the sea to the other end are not updating the other people. They will just tell you, do like this, you are here. A lot of people are stranded. When they are stranded, they do all sorts of illicit things to get themselves occupied, and sometimes they get killed in the process. They go do robbery, they do all sort of things. If you look at Malaysia, before Malaysia becomes so hostile to black people, back in 1996, 97, there were a group of people who went to robbery over there, killed a lot of people in the name of getting the money and running out. So that's why you see Malaysia was free. So Libya, and when you take Libya, for example, a lot of people have died on that route. And if you go to Calabar, a lot of people died from there going to Gabon, crossing.
From Calabar?
At the time I arrived in Congo, Kinshasa, 1994. Yeah. Then I knew a lot of people have died on the way. You know, I went by flight to there. Then I fly from Kinshasa to Lubumbashi. Then I went through the border to Tingula, Chilambambwe, to Kitwe, back to Lusaka before I went to Malawi. And when I arrived in Malawi and I meet people that went through that route, they take them 3 years.
Ooh.
And that journey took me 2 weeks. Because one, they are not educated, they don't know what they're doing. Secondly, they don't have the financial means, and they just jump on the road. You know. So, and two, majority, somebody will just come and tell them with the route and the geography, something you can't read. They give to you, from here to here, from here to here, you arrive there. That's why you see a lot of people get stranded and no one. And at that time I'm talking about, there's no mobile phones. You can't communicate. You only communicate when you have someone maybe close to your area who have a landline. In most cases, you call, no one will go and answer the call, and they will not go. If you don't give them money, they will not go and deliver your message. So a lot of people were stranded at that point. People died that no one knows about. I met a Liberian in Malawi. His name is Howard. I forgot his surname now. He died there in Malawi, a Liberian guy. You know, I tried to help him, but because he's a refugee, he doesn't want to come and stay with me in the city. He wanted to stay in the refugee camp. The refugee camp was so cold, and he got pneumonia and died there.
I must Jeff, just a few days ago, I don't know whether you guys saw it. There's a kind of group of ladies on video.
And it's an old news.
Is that an old news?
They were like begging the ladies in Lebanon. One of them.
Yeah.
That was the group.
Could you imagine? So could you imagine these ladies? There were a bunch of them took to Lebanon. They were begging for money to come back home. So this is something that we see. See what happened in Indonesia last time. You know, Esther, let's come back to you again. What happened to Indonesia last time? You know, a lot of our boys get killed. A lot of them got imprisoned. And I don't know. Is that our boys' problem or the police problem? I always tell our people, this is one thing I say to our people, I say, always have a bargaining power. Bargaining power is that either you have education or you have a handwork. But again, you have to know how to extend your visa, because without extending your visa, you can't do those things. Anyway, Esther, up to you. Is that our... I must just said before.
Okay, I want to say something like what he said. He talked about economic hardship. Understand? Economic hardship. I feel this is a problem. This is a beginning of our problem as a Nigerian. First of all, we pick up an unknown identity and wait and start moving everywhere we go. We say we have economic hardship. Is Nigeria the poorest country in the world?
No.
Is Nigeria the poorest country in Africa?
Thank you.
Countries like Haiti, they exist. Why is it that they are not on the news every day committing crimes? So when we wear this cap of economic hardship and then we turn it into something, okay, I ask people a simple question. You say your country is bad, right? And you have the opportunity to go to another country, meaning you're going to start all over again, right? So why still do bad things? You say your leaders are bad back home, and then you go to somebody else's country to act like your leaders. So there is no difference, because the mindset, this is the problem. Our mindset is stuck that our government is supposed to give us Lamborghini, give us a big house, give us a swimming pool, because from the foundation, our mind has been corrupt. I live in a country, Indonesia, whereby if you watch movies here, It's just like what is happening in North Korea and other countries, right? You watch Nigerian entertainment industry, for instance, what they show you, it's all about wealth. The kind of wealth they display, it's extreme wealth that, you know, people don't even get to those kind of segments in life. People don't attain those kind of, there are certain people that gets there. It's not everybody. Being wealthy, it's not about having big cars or driving Range Rovers or whatever. You could be wealthy in your own way. The essence of life, we've missed the concept of why we live. Why do we exist? This is the question. Is it about government making money? You want to be rich? You want to be, you know, we all need basic necessity. If our government has failed us, what are we doing to change it? That's the question. There are so many Nigerians outside Nigeria that has made it big time legally, right? And there are so many Nigerians that have made it illegally. They still go back home. There are only three things they want. They want a house, they want a car, and they want to get married. And they still want money to just maintain this life until they die. Not that they want this money. A lot of them make good money, they go back home, they don't invest. But they still complain the leaders are bad. A country is not built by only the government. When we say government, it's a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, right? So the people, we are also part of it. We need to put our own efforts. Many of the buildings in Melbourne and all, they are not owned by the government, right? I have lots of developers and all. If you go online to SME, blah, 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 you see people building properties, building malls. The malls are not owned by the government. The whole of New York, Manhattan City is not owned by the government.
That's
People
right.
invest. When we see Nigerians, they don't have the entrepreneur spirit. We don't know how to invest. We don't know how to invest in lives.
That's what we get to. We'll come to that, Esther. You later get us to that later.
It's not our economy. We should stop using our economy as a data.
Esther,
But
where
then
are you broadcasting from? Are you here in Australia or you are somewhere
Yeah,
else?
she's not here. She's
I studied there. I went to USQ.
Eh?
She came here.
Yeah,
She
I went
came
to
here one time. She did her okay. She came here. Sometimes she did her course. Then she went to Indonesia back.
Brisbane, Queensland.
Brisbane.
But now I'm in Indonesia.
Now you are in Indonesia now.
Yeah.
Where about in Indonesia?
Jakarta.
Jakarta.
Where in Jakarta?
Tangerang. Tangerang is not part of Jakarta.
You are in
Tangerang.
Tangerang. You are in Tangerang, very close to the airport.
Yes.
All right, Kapakaba.
I'm a cover. Yeah.
Bye, Sandra.
Bye. Lagi Santaya.
You want to tell Cynthia, please don't go, please.
Tell us here.
Anyway, Esther, let's continue our message. Esther has limited time with us today, so let's continue this. You know, it's such a thing. You know, it's good for. That's why I ask people. Guys, that's why today I ask people that.
You see, when you interact with people, you begin to know people. So I'm a world-class traveler. When it comes to education, I know. When it comes to traveling, it's a part of my DNA. I've stepped my foot on the 6th continent of the earth. So when people talk about traveling or talk about the necessity of life, I laugh and I smile because no one today can challenge me. How is the world look like? Some people used to call me Minister of Aviation because I can travel anywhere I want.
I met you, get you. Make you not try. I met you. I met you go burn you down. That man don't play.
I don't know 500 million, sir.
When we talk about the necessity of life, when we talk let me deduce with expand economic hardship in a nutshell. See, when people begin to travel, when people start living a society in exodus, it's a reflection to tell you the government of the day is one, it's not performing. Secondly, people are living under 1 square meal. Third, they are insecure. It's the reason why people live in mass exodus. Not necessarily because they don't want to stay in the country. Now, Nigeria is almost 200 million people. I'm very, very sure the manufacturing industry in Nigeria is less than 100 that can accommodate people. The best business in Nigeria is banking.
50, let's pure water.
Banking. Not everybody can be an accountant. It's a society where you have a mechanic as an accountant working in the bank. Those that have been to the university to go and study an account can't get a job. You find an engineer as a storekeeper. You know, so if you look at that carefully, you will understand that when people talk about economic hardship, I live in Indonesia for 4 years or 5, 6 years. I know what I'm talking about. Indonesia, at the age of 2, they started smoking cigarette. I know the environment very, very well. And Nigerians, let me put this in a nutshell. Let me say this. When I left Nigeria and arrived in Malawi, I tell to myself, the day God was already tired when this nation was created, because Nigeria was in paradise.
I beg you.
Nigeria was in paradise. That is when I left. That is when I left. That's when I left Nigeria. Back then, see, at that time, Lagos weather was 21 degrees. Today is approximately 28, 30 degrees. Edo State was 25, and it's 43 in December. We are not improving, but we are deteriorating.
Yes. Now I accept
left
it.
Nigeria with $500, and that $500 was 6,000 naira. And my first air ticket was 3,000 naira. That's when I left Nigeria. Today, to fly out of Nigeria, there's no plane that would take
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hello? Good on yourself? Hello, yeah, do you want to contribute on what we are saying today? Or?
Hey.
Who is that?
Don't do that.
Okay, I'm Jeff. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you say when
somebody saying something, I'm Jeff. Wait a minute, please. Okay, keep going.
And then I thought, and then I thought, my mother's sister. So she's a quality person with quality ideas.
Is that right?
Our problem, let's forget politics. Go to any country in Africa. The political is 0.01%. But yet the people are the problem. Forget politicians. The politicians only they know that the people will never get up and start. Esther.
Yeah, Esther can hear you. She can hear you. If you can turn the one.
About 2 weeks ago, there was a gentleman called Oscar.
If you can turn the one you are watching us down, sorry, bro. If you can turn the one you are watching us down, that will be fine for us.
Okay. Oscar in Nigeria left Nigeria, said Nigeria is bad, though I'm going to make my fortune. He now ended up by doing the exact same thing. I'm not going to judge you for what he did, but you should be one entity he created in his country to empower his own people. He was living the life of CB Big Boy. I'm traveling, oppressing the same people he left behind. The same people he grew up with. The same way they were complaining government. When he was able to change, what did he change? He was drinking champagne. That's the problem. Individualism. Africans, they always say they go to the university, they have to eat. I live in the UK. I've lived in the UK most of my adult life. It is the small businessman that creates an economy. Not the rich, neither the poor. Where is our middle class that are creating value in the system in Africa? It doesn't exist. Politicians all around the world themselves. You go into politics to exploit your people. But where are the creative people that are going to create jobs? Pay tax to the government so your country can go forward.
Yes,
no, we're sitting busy complaining. In Nigeria, there's no business. The gentleman over there said banking. In Nigeria, there are no bankers. There are money launderers and foreign exchange people that call themselves banks. A bank's main purpose is to lend out money for investment, for business. You cannot go to the bank in Nigeria and get to go.
Nah.
All the big men go to the bank, get loan, and they never pay back. That's why you have banks. So until our people decide that it is our country, not the politicians, and then we stand, you must be counted. If you're not ready to fight, then be looking for visa to go to Indonesia, wherever in the world, and become a second-class citizen. But the day you want to decide that my country, then you stand, you have to die for it. There is no point living for nothing if you cannot die for something. I sit down and I look. Unfortunately, I was outside the country. I lived most of my life outside the country. But I went to secondary school in Nigeria. I started in Nigeria. And I said, I told my mother, I can't stay here. There's something wrong with it. This was in the early 80s. And my mother, as a patented Nigerian, had gone abroad, lived back to the country. They said, this is your country. I said, sorry, this is your country. I'm going back to where I came from. Because at that age, I already saw the cracks in society. When Nigerians don't respect anything other than money. Then 5 years later, everything has come out. Until we go and build, as EFK said, think not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for the country. I know Nigeria. There's no such person as Nigeria. There's a certain thing called waiting I want job out of Nigeria. That's why the Chinese come, the Indian come, everybody comes to exploit, because they see that we ourselves are there to exploit. Not to
Okay, thank you, brother.
All get together and say, let us build something. Rather than, as my sister said, wanting to drive Bentley and Ferrari. She said it. Not everybody in the Western world is a billionaire. Not everybody in the Western world is a billionaire. Some people are just comfortable and are happy to be comfortable. But in Nigeria, everybody wants to hammer. And then they will say, it's not my portion to be poor. Is it your portion to be rich? Who has done?
But
nothing. But it feels, because God created you should have a Bentley. That's why Nigerians steal. And they steal blindly. It's only in Africa you see a man will steal $1 billion, dig a hole and hide it. This is our problem. Not corruption. Corruption is not our problem in Nigeria. The corruption is when you steal the money, what do you do with it? If you go out and build one factory and create employment for people, we won't suffer. But when you now take that money either to abroad or you dig a hole and bury it, that's why we're suffering in the whole of it. And until our orientation changes, and we now see ourselves.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much. You see, like I said, I always say to people that.
Okay. Do you want to say anything to 1 minute? Do you want to say anything to Esther quickly so that we get another people in?
God bless you, Esther. Wherever you are, keep on doing what you're doing. Because the more people that listen to you, they will click in some people's head and they might make a change.
Thank you.
Because we are the change we expect.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. May God bless you for your contribution.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Australia is too far for me. 22 hours can't fly there.
Oh no, it's all right.
It's all right. We are okay here. Thank you.
Okay, myself, give up. Brother, don't go there. Those people are very mafian. Okay.
That beg you for money. The day you tell them, if you do not vote the way I want you to vote, don't call me. They are the ones on ground that will say, no, brother said we should vote for these people, or he's not sending us money. That is where we will make Nigeria. We are the ones that are sending money that's keeping that economy. $40 billion every year we send into Nigeria. Without that money, Nigeria is bankrupt.
Okay.
The day we tell them.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bro. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your contribution. You see,
Esther, my mother's been sick.
Hi.
Esther, say bye-bye, bro.
Thank you. Bye.
I've said your thing. I will keep on listening to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. At least we win one person today.
Thank you. God bless you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless
Bye.
you. Esther, I'll probably give you a chance to answer him before I contribute.
So, Esther, yeah, you raise a topic here. If I'm to continue.
He's having a point. Another thing, like you said, traveling is a way of is like the next corona in Nigeria, right? Do you know what's the next virus we have in Nigeria? One of the biggest virus that we don't even accept it, that it's affecting each and every one of us. Social pressure. Social pressure has been, like from when you were young, nobody gave us a responsibility, but unconsciously, because of the society, you just look out at your neighbor, your gate man in your house, looking at you, man, this is my guy, eh? I want to be like him. You understand that kind of comments? Yeah. You want to be like your boss, like you have a wealth of experience, you have huge educational background. Because of his mindset, he wants to social pressure. He wants to level up at all means. He could easily, when there's any plans to kidnap you, he could easily sell you off because he enjoys the lifestyle you're living. Not because he could say, okay, let me work for this guy and be loyal to him and say, can I learn from you? If you look at the culture of the Chinese, which you have experienced, Nigeria is a country whereby we don't have generational businesses. It is difficult to transfer wealth from one generation to generation. Every one of us will have a story here. I believe all of us here have that same story. My father was this, my uncle was that, my grandfather had this. We all have this kind of stories in our family, whereby our uncles, our brothers, or our father was rich. We use it as, my dad was the former this. We live on past glory because when our parents die, we don't know, they don't train us how to manage. We don't have the spirit of, mastering, mastering something to transfer, to manage wealth. We don't have entrepreneurial spirit. We don't know how to, when I studied business in management, I checked Nigeria, comparing Nigeria with other countries. I don't know if you've heard about Hofstede 5 dimensions. You have the short-term and long-term orientation. If you go to that orientation chart, there's something very interesting about Nigeria. It's a world research. If you type Nigeria is short-term, 13% only. We only think now. You understand what we're
now, no tomorrow. No tomorrow.
Let me just hammer, and they just want this social pressure. I will ask a young girl and a young guy, what do you want? They say that I just want a car, a house, and I get married and settle down. What is settle down? Is that all you were created for? I want to settle down. There is no limit. We keep living until the day we take our last breath. If people like Warren Buffett or so, he's still working at the age of 70 something, and you say you want to settle down. The women, we go into wrong marriages because of this same social pressure to cause. And when they say one of the foundation of business, you choose your partner. It's very important. When you go into the wrong partner, wrong mindset, they communicate. You see a guy working in Shell. I always use this as an example. A guy working in Shell has a salary of 500,000 naira, for instance. That is a huge salary in Nigeria, right? It is huge. He's doing well. He has a car. He's living in a rented apartment of 2-bedroom flats. Because he has this, he feels he has gotten to his self-actualization. He wants to settle down. That's the concept. There's a cultural pressure, right? He wants to settle down. The salary has not increased. And now you settle down with 500,000 naira only. You get married. Now you have a responsibility of a wife. Within 1 year, the wife has a child. And then they go into this exorbitant wedding, which I don't know who is telling them to do that for society pressure.
Yes.
So from that 500,000, the guy will save like 2 million for just wedding.
Yes.
Maybe half of the year. And then after the wedding, he buys his wife a car. The salary has not increased. Within 1 year, his salary has not increased. Now, within 1 year, she wants to have a child. He now has 2 responsibilities attached to his 500,000 naira salary. This is not witchcraft. This is just normal setback. You cause your own setback. 500K, 2 people to manage. Before the next 3 years, the wife has like 3 kids. And they tell you they want to, how do they put it in Nigeria? They say, I want to have all my kids and settle down. The guy's salary has not increased in the past 3 years, 20%. Maybe it increased to 600K plus, but his responsibility has tripled, right?
Guys, Esther, 1 minute. Guys,
yeah.
what Esther is just telling us here is like business IQ. So for you not to think that you are getting picky and your salary will increase, so more can have been careful. Always is very good. Keep on, Esther. Sorry, keep on.
Yeah, so in between 3 years, this particular person with a job, a stable life, has accumulated responsibility because of social pressure. Now they run to pastors and churches and start praying because things are not working the way it's supposed to be. The wife doesn't work, the family settles, they don't have any other source of income, and they settle for less. This is where the desperation comes. A lot of them, when they lose that job, they'll tell you Nigeria has failed them. You need to, there's no pressure. There's no pressure. I tell people the race is always there. The track cannot move. Everyone can always go and run. You will still finish the 400 lap. The track will never move. It will never stretch. It will never expand. But the competitiveness we have in Africa is just, I want to be better. I want to be better than my brother. Even within family, you see us compete within ourselves. You see siblings. I tell people it's only in Nigeria where you see a family of 5. 5 of them attend 5 different churches. Already, even with their religion, they are divided. Not to talk about the mentality. You understand? Everyone has his own thing. They believe in their own thing. They are superstitious. Everybody's, feeling like, I just want to do better. And when they fail, they put it on their brother. If you're the richest person in your family, you're in trouble. You understand? Because of the pressure. So we don't just face society pressure. We face everything in Nigeria. The battle is everywhere. You understand? So, but I tell people it's very easy to step out from the mindset. Like you, Bona, you know me. I don't sit and I don't, hey, Bona, what's happening? Whatever. It's not a competition. Start anytime you want to start. Failure, as they taught us in business, is an opportunity. If you've gone to Indonesia, you've gone to Europe, you failed, you got there. Please master one thing, even if it's how to make pure water, the machine. But if I tell Nigerians that come and make pure, do you know in Nigeria, nobody has franchised pure water till today. It's
nobody. Yes, that's true.
Business, but we don't have a household name of pure water. We don't have a household name of Mama. But if you go to UK and all these countries, you see small petty businesses, just like a kiosk. They are being franchised and turned into something. But we don't. You can go to Nigeria, go back to where you grew up. You see the same person having the same business 22 years later in the same shop. He doesn't want to.
That's right.
If they want, if they have money, they're very rich. They go to Lekki and rent a shop for 10 million naira. That is not an entrepreneur spirit. You rent a shop for 10 million naira and then you make profit of 500K. How does it work? And then they struggle to pay, to keep social status and, big girl, big boy thing, right? A car is there are 2 types of investment. A house can be a liability or a house can be an investment. You cannot build a house in your village for 100 million naira and call it an investment because you only go there once in a year. This is where a lot of us shut down our money and they say, nowhere like home. Who told you nowhere like home? My house where they will bury me. Some people have properties. The people we're complaining for, some of us outside Nigeria, they have properties in Nigeria worth millions of dollars. But yet they live in cube apartments in Indonesia. They are running from immigration every day. Their Range Rover is parking, covered in their garage. But immigration, when they see, they run.
They run. Yes, that's okay. Yeah, that's
they
true.
They have hotels in Owerri everywhere. You understand? Big boys in Nigeria, when they go back December, they've kept fixed, not asset. It's not an asset. Fixed stupidity that they don't even use. If they have invested this money into something, it would have been better. Passive income. They don't have passive income. And yet you complain. It's not like some people are not seeing the money, but they put it in the wrong things. If you go to, even in my village, there are duplex and all of those buildings. You see them 200 million value, some of them 300 million value, but there's no hospital in that village. There's no school in that village.
There's not even fire brigade. If there's any fire, the house will not burn.
You don't know that man will get that yellow house. He don't come back now. That's all they want to hear. You understand? That title, he don't show, And you drive past a whole community. That 300 million can transform lives. You don't need to dash the community the money. You just have to invest in the community. Set up schools for maybe subsidized prices so more people can come. Build marketplaces, even market, you can build and rent it to your village people. Build mall in your village. Don't your people want to see cinema with the 300 million? But people don't do that. They would say there's nowhere like home. No. Yeah.
Wow.
Why is that?
Thank you very much.
You know,
Thank you. Let me take it. Let me take it from there. You see, like I said, again, I'm gonna say it again. And the life we live is what we make out of it. And when it comes to marriage, it's not a do or die affairs. And it's because it's a picture that is not ever going to be printed. It's gonna remain there. See, marginality, you see, the only joy in marriage is seeing other people being fooled into it. That's the life we are all living. You see, now, according to the other guy, people want to live exorbitant life. People want to eat from where the pot they never cooked, and even when they cooked it, they will never even share it. Nigeria believe in Pajero. They want to use high Helios. They want to use pathfinders, so that they can splash water on the poor, because they don't want to share. Because greediness is a part of we all. It's not just those that are home or those that have made it or those that is about to make it. You know, I believe no one has made it as far as I'm concerned. You know, my people used to tell us when one person is rich in the family is still poor. Nigeria is an average society where everybody is still poor. Because now, when let's analyze the government and where issues are. If the government we are living under are finding it difficult to bring in investors to invest in their country, see that mentality transform into their own citizens. Nigerians believe in taking money and keeping it overseas. They don't believe in investing in their own society. They believe if you come and eat with them, you are going to go rich, they are going to get poor. In that sense, you will never eat with them. Whatever they have, they will bury it on the ground. There are couples of months ago, people start pulling money from the ground. The money that was changed 1980. Those are money embezzled in Nigeria. So the society we are living today, the government we are living under, the people we are serving, the people that are living with us, like you rightly said, is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But Nigeria, if you watch my program, I tell them the way it is. And my program last night was a blast. It's over 4,000 views. And when I try to explain to people, when it comes to the way and manner you want to live your life, people will say, "Oh, because you've made it, that's why you are telling us. Because you are living overseas, you don't want us to come. That's why you're telling us overseas is no good. That's why you're telling us to go and learn." When I left Nigeria, I had to go and learn how to print. When I discovered that I cannot do the bouquet, this what's it called? You know what I mean by working as a laborer. All my years, I'll be thinking about going back to school. So I went to go and learn how to print, industrial printing.
Wow.
So let alone if I've learned that back home, I will not learn it again. I will become an expert of it. A lot of people say a lot of shit about me, but at the end of the day, I learned how to print. Then I learned how to glue. And today, I'm in the social welfare industry. I resigned and went back to school. So education comes to all these things we are talking about. Nigerians need to be educated. Before you leave home, you need to have a sense of where you're going, what you are going to do there, and why you are living. The first thing you have to tell yourself, where am I living? You see people sell their house. You want to go overseas. You sell a house, it will take you maybe another 30 years to get a house you just sold. If I thought you're able to get it, at the end, it goes frustrated, it goes into crime. Some of them die in the process. Before I left Indonesia, a lot of people died. A lot of people. You know, there was this boy called to me when someone called me, a group of us, and said, "I tell you not to go to some place. If you go there, you're going to get arrested." He didn't believe us. Out of desperation, people do whatever they want to do. there's a friend of mine, Bobby, and his friend. They went to somewhere, and I said to Bobby, "What are you doing? Your friend was shot the other day. Why can't you relax?" He goes, "When two people go to war, one died, the other one must continue." That is the answer I get. I said, "All right." Wow. At the end of the day, he died too. So it's difficult for you to. It's difficult for you to lecture people about overseas and tell the one at home not to come. One of my cousins said to me, "Oh, brother, you fucked up big time." My language. He said it would take him 6 months to bring 2 trailer heads to Nigeria.
So make it take you 1 month.
He's been living overseas almost 20 years. He hasn't been able to buy a ticket to go to Nigeria.
See?
And the trailer head, he cannot buy the trailer head, and he cannot even buy his own personal ticket.
You see? That's what Esther was saying here.
So just let me come. You see, the Western world, like I said to people, Africa is still stuck up in colonization. We all have that mentality. It's because of the white people that came to colonize us. That's why we're where we are. No. We do ourselves. I still ask myself, who do all this? I tell you last time, nearly all the people
who do this about Nigeria?
Nearly all the people in the Bible started from they are Africans. Peter, Solomon, David, they were all Africans. That's to tell you God is with us.
Yes, amen.
You know, at the end, we are still where we are. We blame the people we are blaming, they are in space race. America just sent a robot the other day. They want to go and collect sand and bring it to Earth. In Mars. Africa is still stuck up in colonization. When they were industrializing their country, Africa are busy paying tax and offering to pastors. That's where it is, bro. I'm not joking.
No.
You're right.
Africa believe in putting bango. Martin of fire. Out of the apostles.
Who's sick for your car?
Once you put that thing, once you put that bongo in your hand, it's a bondage.
Satan come, you go see your pastor face one. Your pastor they carry gun, they walk around.
The other one will tell me I'm a winner. He went to go and tie that bongo. And if you tell him, if you Catholic church, they talk about God over there, he will tell you no, they don't know God. Because he believes in that bango. That bango he put his hand came from Ogun State, from one Babalawo. They're using it to charm them so that they said them, like at a church, maybe you have 1,000 congregations. He said that thing for 5 naira. He already made his money. Mm-hmm. And this thing is something they just import for China for less than 10 cents. And these people are rich people. Rich, they said. They go at the end, they go and build a very expensive university. They build secondary school, they build childcare, they build a primary school, they build a secondary school, they build university. Every members in that church find it difficult to attend their school. And every day, these people keep on sowing the same seed. And they go and buy olive oil from a Balogu market to go and put in their foreheads and say you are anointed. That's why I asked you, who anointed you people before you want to go and anoint me with your. I don't want anybody to touch my head. If you want to pray for me from distance, God will hear you in heaven. They say, no, why are you always like this? I know, I love God. But the perspective or the way Africans handle it, they robbing God of his freedom. They said one of the angels was kicked up from probably the angel landed in Africa. That angel God kicked out of heaven, landed in Africa. When the white people were sowing seed to industrialize, create factories, do everything, Africa are busy sowing seed to pastors to buy private jets. I just said it from the beginning. The pastor went to go and the pastor Ade Tokumbo, a maid delivery client, he kidnapped it. He want to get a ransom to donate the money for charity. And you call yourself a servant of God. He kidnapped somebody to collect a ransom. to go and give to charity. And then people will just say, come and pray, Lord, go single, praise thy. You tell me, so majority of the churches, they're assuming human body out of it.
Yeah,
Go to Ogun State. The same Ogun State. These people pastors rape on a daily basis. In Cross River, the SSG to the governor just knocked and died for raping a 15-year-old girl. That was last week.
Really?
Yes. Cross River State. The SSG, he raped a 15-year-old. Sometimes I don't want to read Nigerian news. Because the moment I open it, first thing I see is rape. Maybe because I have a passion of helping women. Then I see all these things coming to me. You know, somebody posts that 15 girls or maybe 30 girls in one room in my platform. They said, please, can you send this message to so many people and inform Buhari? And I said to them, did Buhari tell you to go and do prostitution? And then one of my person replied me, why do I have to judge them? I said, yes. The thing people lack on earth that people don't understand. In earth, we are meant to judge here. God will cram it in heaven. Whether you not decide whether you go to hell or go to heaven. If there was no judges on earth, there will not be court. There will not be elders. There will not be advisors. We are meant to judge people. And people should learn that. You know. So people need to understand. They're telling me on my platform, because I do what I do, to send that message to Buhari as if I'm a cousin or I sleep in Aso Rock. You go to Lebanon and clap yourself in one room and start praising, calling God.
Is it Jeff? You know,
praying to God out of your own free will. You went to Lebanon to go and do prostitution. And then you coming back.
So some of these girls, that's what we are saying here. Some of them, they did not tell them they are doing prostitution. They told them they will do half girls.
They don't know.
Mali. Lebanon is good. Go to Mali and go and see what is happening to Nigerians. You shed tears.
But some of these people, they told them that they are going there to do house girls. They don't tell them. That's what we are here.
Brother,
that's what they tell you. That's the lie story
they do prostitution. Nobody will tell you. They don't knew where they were living. Their mother and their father persuaded them to go on that road. They know.
If some of them don't know, only 10% don't know. Only 10% don't know. I would say, because
10%, 1%, maybe 1%. I'm not going to 10%.
Yeah, because in Nigeria they want to travel.
They know where they were going. They know what we are doing.
I went to Malaysia from Indonesia. I went to Malaysia to get my visa for my resident permit. You know, like I'm changing from one status to the other. When I got to Malaysia, I got to Nigerian embassy in Malaysia, right? So I wanted to. I got to Indonesian embassy in Malaysia. So I went to make my hair. I was looking for where to make my hair because I heard Malaysia, holds lots of Nigerians there. It's easy to get everything, right? So I got to the salon and I met a girl. I don't know her. You know, she said her name was Peace. So we started talking. She was braiding my hair that day, and then she told me something. You know, I was touched. Like her boss took her passport. That story, you know. I was like, in this era, in 2017, somebody will take your passport. 2016, somebody will take your passport. I said, for what? She said the boss brought her here for prostitution. You know the story, the whole story. Yeah. Like, so instantly, I contacted Nigerian embassy in Jakarta. The attaché then, I contacted him. I said, sir, do you have any contact in Nigerian embassy in Malaysia? I just met a Nigerian who told me something shocking, that someone brought her here for prostitution, you know, blah, blah, blah. They took her passport. You need to report this case, you know. And the guy was like, this is the consular's phone number. Take her to Nigerian embassy and make a formal report. I was like, okay. And I sent the consular a message and said, sir, I would love to come to your office. Mr. This gave me your number. He was like, okay, both of you should come. Do you know, the next morning I took my time. I got to the embassy with this lady, and then we sat there. Immediately we got in. He was like, sit down. Do you know the only reason I allowed you to enter my office now? I said, why? He said, because they sent me a message from Indonesia that Esther will come. Even though I wouldn't even have time to even see both of you. Now let's start the story. You said, what happened? The lady was like, my boss took my passport. She's asking for $10,000, blah, blah, blah. I have paid her like 5,000. The guy was like, you paid like 5,000. How did you get the 5,000? But you said you don't want to do prostitution, right? He said, it's one white man that gave me the money for free. Just like that you're so pretty that the white man will just give you the money. He was like, Esther, we have these cases a lot here. She wants to run away from whoever brought her here. She doesn't want to pay for what she has accepted to come do here in Indonesia, in Malaysia. It's a shortcut. I was so embarrassed, when the guy started talking to her. He was like, do you want to go back to Nigeria? Let's arrange for a TC for you to leave. Instantly, she swapped and said, I don't want to go home. Really, you don't want to go home? And you're not doing nothing here, right? But this is the problem. They just use these stories. The girls, even back home in Nigeria, let's be real. Let's be real to ourselves. What is happening to our female sector in Nigeria? You understand? A lot of girls are not into prostitution, right? They stay at home and then they sleep with several men. And what is that called? It's still defined in another way. You understand? So it's something like people see it as runs. People want to date senators. People want to date politicians and, big boys and all, right? If you meet that kind of girl and tell her to come with you, she should come and braid hair. Will she follow you abroad to come and braid hair when a senator is giving her 500,000? She's looking for a better way to make more money from the whites. So they should stop using that story I heard when I was a child. Because I heard this story when I was not even matured, that they take you to Europe to do this. It's something that we heard growing up. And why is it that in 2020 we're still having this discussion? It's no longer interesting.
You see, if you are on your way home and you pass through Dubai, Abu Dhabi, you see all these little kids jumping on the flight. I interviewed a girl on my way to Nigeria the other day, and I said, what are you doing in this country? He said he's a businesswoman. A businesswoman. How long have you been here? He said she's been here for 7 months. Said, what business are you doing? And he said he's doing buying and selling. You buy here and sell in Nigeria? I said yes. And they say you'll be living here for 7 months. What takes you so long that your container cannot go? That you have to see? He said, no, this is my...
You want one person runs?
Yeah, because I was shocked. A lot of them came into the flight that I look at them and I said, this kid's supposed to be in school. I was shocked. And I said, why do you have to take yourself the stress? And you have one bag, you keep on making up severally. And that's what prompted me to answer questions. He said, Oga, no, but this time you did. Why did you ask me that kind of question again? I said, no, sorry. I'm coming from a different country. I never see young Nigerians exodus like this coming on the flight before. And I'm curious. That's what I want to find out.
Oh, man.
You said I asked her too many questions. And I said, what you came here to do, if I were you, that 7 months is enough for you to go home and start looking for something else to do.
Okay, guys.
At the end of the day, you are hurting yourself. I told you about that was 2 weeks ago. The new funded courtesan in Nigeria. The marine girls. Have you not heard about them? They are 13 years. They are 13 years of age. 13 years. And these 13 years, to be initiated, you have to sleep with 10 men.
Oh, man. For what?
13 years. 13. I'm not lying. It's on the news.
Wow.
13 years. They are. And to be initiated, you have to sleep with 13. And they were caught in uncompleted buildings. One of the girls, when he get home, he started behaving very matured. And the mother become worried. Who teach you all this? That what she was doing, the mother was now begin to wonder, why are these my daughters now behaving more than her age? He started requesting for mobile phones, started requesting for so many things that the mother cannot afford. And the mother began to question her, and he later confessed that this is what she's a marine girl. She now picture herself as mommy water.
Yeah, it's, people don't even like it anymore. It's all over the new internet.
I was back. I nearly cried. 13 years old. They have to sleep with 10 men to be initiated, and they feel comfortable with it. The people overseas are the one recruiting them. They want to take them all away. At the end, they will tell you you are going to go and do babysitting. They will tell you are going to go and do hairdressing. They will tell you all this camouflage. That is the story they will tell the customs or immigration when they are leaving the airport. But
anyway, guys, we are running out of time. We only have like 6 minutes or 5 minutes to go, guys. So, guys, Esther, thank you. I'm thanking you so much for being here. I always want to bring you in. One day we'll talk about business because, people.
Yeah, that's my field. Please, business only.
No, normal idea. I kind of I told people that, you know that Nigeria will develop more if we start doing what they call franchising things, If you know that, people like you guys that send something back home too, you know that you don't have the money and you're honest, you ask those agents, they give you something, you have to run around and sell it, be honest with yourself, and you will make more money. In the Western world here, you see McDonald's, you see KFC, the owner is somewhere there, they never keep going direction to direction because of franchising. Like you said something, you say we don't pass our business to the next generation because once the man died, the person that knows the idea died, the business is dead. No franchising. If you're under somebody, all your mindset is to open your shop and bring that person down. It's totally wrong. You only, because that person is carrying the idea, why can't you franchise the name? Getting the goods from the person, selling it, and making the money together. Promoting that person. Like today in Asia, like we say in Asia, I've been in my Asia, like Malaysia, you're saying, I've been in Malaysia. I've said a lot of things in Malaysia. I've said desperate. One thing I understand here is our people are desperate. When a young boy came in, you don't have any bargaining power. You don't have the education. You could have pulled down. See if you can do 1 or 2 education and get yourself. You came back today. You wanted to go in.
But you know the downside of what is happening currently now from an entrepreneur stand or from a business person. I feel like we're going to face challenges whereby some of us, a lot of us with ideas, potential ideas that can drive our economy forward, we're being shot because of the crimes of other people. Like you said, you do something and we have to pay the price, right? Like there are lots of what's it called? There are lots of platforms online whereby entrepreneurs or young startup with ideas, if you go online, you Google about it and see where you can sell your ideas. You go there. When I went to that page, you see investors having like over $1 million, $2 million. When you apply, immediately they hear you're a Nigerian. They are off. Even if your idea is so excellent, you understand? So it's not like we don't, a lot of us, people in America and some of us, we don't have access to loans, we don't have access to so many things for a startup business because of what is happening. A lot of Nigerians are blocking the channels based on their activities. Criminal activities are blocking channels. For instance, if I send a message, I don't know Ambassador now, for instance, what he's telling me about industrial printing and all, I have something to do with it. I send him an email as Esther. He's gonna bluff and who is this scam? You understand? Because of nobody wants to even see you for you. Nobody wants to see sincerity anymore. Now integrity is a scarce commodity in Nigeria. You understand? Even in your family, with your friends and all. You call people back home, you want to start a business. They turn you their mugu. They inflate the prices and it's so bad. Even we back here, we don't want to go back, right? We just want to invest. Call them and ask them one thing. They change the price. They want to make you move.
Everybody is a victim. Everyone, if you're living overseas, you're a victim of your brothers, your sisters, your uncle, your auntie, your cousins, your friends. You have to find a way to choose one that is cheaper.
No time. There's a question there on the screen. Answer it.
But my question: don't you feel that the bad state of the country caused by our leaders is the cause of the mass exodus to overseas? And they contributed to it, but sometimes. Like I said, if you vote a governor that cannot do a common landscaping for you, then you voted at Adolf Hitler. That means it's going to take all your money to a fuel tank underground. The remaining you put on top of the roof. The leftover you go and put the Bank of America. That's what is going to happen to you. Because
Ambassador, do you know where I'm from? You know I'm from in Nigeria. I'm from Ogbea, where Jonathan is from, the former president. Yeah. I have never had a voter's card in Nigeria before because nobody deserves my vote. even if you're from my village or whatever it is. I lost a lot of friends, family, and all because I was a major critic of my own brother. You understand? I feel disappointed that I had a brother for president for 6 years, and then in my village I don't have borehole, common borehole.
Yes.
No toilets, nothing. And then you want me to come clap. And then when EFCC or whatever attacked his wife for looting money, do you know my brothers attacked me and say, and after all, everybody need a chop. I think everybody they chop. So don't get angry when other people are eating. It's turn by turn, right? That's what I replied, right? So this is what you're saying now.
I'm an advocate about that. You see, when it comes to the borehole issue, I go against it, and people are angry because what I always preach about good clean water. Borehole doesn't give you clean water. You have to boil it and filter it, and that is the source of typhoid fever.
But Mr. Jeff, at this time, why can't we just have it for? They have a lot of ways. You can put pipe down water. It's the president of Nigeria, for God's sake. He can do a lot of things for the community.
For 6 years, the land has powered our village with
I have written him. He did not reply me, and he did not reply me because they never hear me call billion. That's why majority of these people don't call me. I call them, I write them. Sometimes I call the governors most of the time, send him text messages. He doesn't reply. The only person I have picked my phone call is Senator Orogide, and I called her, hello, who is on the phone? I said, Ambassador Jeff. Oh, Ambassador, how are you? Because he hear the word ambassador inside. Because that is where he wants to liaise me. Right? So, yeah, that's the only way. If you don't have a title, you can't talk to these guys. They will just hear your name and they look at they never answer. I got telephone numbers of big millionaires.
Okay, guys, but we are rounding up. We time is just kind of like rushing us up, guys.
Nigeria is in a very, very bad state. Let's be frank and sincere to ourselves. Our leader does not have any technical ability to look after even their own office. You know, you begin to wonder. You vote a government for 4 years. It did not do one project. It can't fix your road. It did not fix your health system. It did not fix your education. It did not even give you a tap water to drink. People are busy digging holes. You see, when it comes to boreholes, I go against it most of the time. But what can we do? You dig a toilet here, and you dig a toilet here. You dig a borehole in the middle. And you just tap in the water, you just put in there. And here you get typhoid fever. Even the bottled water they sell in the street, they are not pure.
You see,
you have a problem. And I keep saying it to people, to have a borehole, you have to have 600 meters from the house, of which we don't have it. A society where they build a house with no road, you have flashy houses everywhere, but there's no road to get to that flash house. They'll go and buy Pajero, so that if they're driving, you see a big man with Agbada 1,500, he will be doing like this inside the car until he go out to the main road. The remaining of his money, instead of it to make the road, he'll go and put it in Paraguay.
But we have a problem. We that is in the foreign country, we have a problem. There's something Esther said here I like so much. Cynthia, do you want to say something, Cynthia, about the borehole?
No, go on.
Okay. What Esther says here, he said most of us we went and buy Pajero. Like you call big boys in Asia. You don't have, you are running around. Immigration that it's not up to anything, it's feeding you. Chasing you everywhere. You park your Pajero in Owerri or wherever it is, you park your Pajero. You have your 4-story building. Why can't you use that opportunity, maybe even to school, to invest schools, invest in school. Those houses you can turn it to school. And
that is just a little bit of it. You go and buy a generator to give to. You go and buy a generator. Is someone talking?
No. Like now,
he become a chief.
Yeah, but now there's something that the youth are planning. I had the youth that saying, they said these days, they said, we don't want big houses again. We want you guys to start investing in our community. Because could you imagine, you can go to some community, you find some of powerful houses. It's only their grandma there. Only their mom left there. Nobody in the house. no work in the community. So they ask you that if you, before you build those big houses, you should also do something for them. Okay. Now we need to start that investment because we can invest properly. Like in Asia, a lot of ways you can make money in Asia.
Lots of business. if your business minded, come to Asia.
If you're business minded.
She's Indonesia. If you go to Sudema, you go to Petamburan, you go to Tanaban.
You can even customize clothes for 5 pieces only. 5 pieces you can customize.
Shoes. They are
everywhere.
Those houses.
Let me tell you, if you are in Asia,
I do customer representative when I was in Indonesia. All I do when an Igbo man comes from Nigeria, I take him to the factory. I interpret for them, tell them what to do. I have samples I put in my shop. I show them samples. They want 10 bags, they want 2 bags. I go to the factory, order it for them. In most cases, they want to go and see. I'll take it for them. If you can't take houses in the street in Indonesia, you will have a tailoring shop beside making clothes. Yeah. You will have people making shoes inside their own city room. But
all Asians are the same. All Asians are the same, you know.
No way. If you tell them to buy you a land, they will tell you it's 1.10 million. And the house is only 200,000.
You know, all Asians are the same. I believe that. I believe that, like, if in Asia, when I was in Singapore, when I went to Singapore new, you know, in Singapore, they hardly allow you to drive 2 cars.
Can't even have a driver's license.
So then what happens is that if you buy a new car, they look for Africans. They ask you, where can you sell the car for them? You tell them you don't have money to buy. They say, okay, you sell it. When are you bringing the money back? The African guy will tell them that we bring it back in 3 months' time. They say, okay, you sell it, you give me a number. The guy in 6 months, he won't bring the money. If the man see you tomorrow, you ask your brother, say we'll bring money. Now in 6 months, never bring the money. That one have eat the money. That's how we begin to smash the way. Then the ones that are fraud people, you know, you go and tell people that you give them some money, you know, give them $20,000. They'll give you 10,000 or 1,000, you give them $20,000. From here, they don't extend our visa again. You know, let's begin to be honest, you know, let's get back to where we are. We have only, let's just say we have like 5 minutes to go. Finish up here. You know, our people, we have to start, you know, thinking properly before you travel abroad. Forget about this criminal activity, like you want to go out and scam people. You want to go out and steal. It's not easy. And if you get caught, you'll be dead. They'll kill you. You spend your years. You spend 10 years. If you say you're doing that because of your mom, if they give you 3 years in prison, then your mom will die before you come out. So you rather go there and do the simple thing. You know, when we go to Asia those days, you find people, once you get to Asia, they teach you how to throw, job, you know. You first come out, your father is prince, your father is this. Like what is happening in Indonesia today, to me, I've felt that what is happening in Indonesia and many sides of Asia is where people engage in criminal activity. Some Asian people are good people, but because of what some of our people are doing, it's hard for them to differentiate between good and bad people. So you need to actually show yourself very hard. Before Nigerian passport is not hard, you can extend it anyhow. But today, the same problem is happening. So if you're going out, if somebody told that you have company in Asia, make sure that person have company. If you're going there for prostitute, then make sure you're going there for prostitute. So when you get caught, then you face the consequence. Like, you know, Ambassador Jeff, you know, Esther, she's Indonesian. She saw what happened last time. You know, she said things. I saw some guys try to attack her, but what she's saying is the truth. Okay?
I don't care if people attack me. You understand? Because if you want to attack me, if what I said was wrong.
I got a lot of friends in Indonesia, and they're still there. They're doing good. And the new crop of Nigerians that came to Indonesia are the one that is giving them problem. I got friends that live in Indonesia for 30 years, 15 years. They don't even, if they come out, go back inside. They don't want to associate themselves anymore, you know, because the people there now, they turn into courtesan. A lot of courtesan happening there now. It never used to be like that. When we arrive in Indonesia, the Indonesia will gather around us. They want to even touch our skin. That was how friendly they were. But the crop of people there now, God damn it, they are very, very desperate. Very, very desperate. You know, very, very desperate. So I don't want anyone. If you are there, you have to leave. If you ever find an old school people there, we're better for you. But the new crop there now is completely different.
Well, even the old crops are like. I remember when I went to Hong Kong or something. I went to visit in Hong Kong or something. I wanted to fraud me.
English school there, where they teach English and all that stuff. He's been there for years. Yeah, we were together in New Zealand. He went back to Indonesia.
Anyway, guys, we are rounding up, guys. We have less time, guys. Let's see if there's any question. Like, let Esther be take care of the younger ones. Guys, if you have any question here, so Esther, what do you think? How do you think? What is the best way for us before you come out? Just give us 1 or 2 minutes left.
Well, it is. I would say we need to start to find the growth mindset instead of change our mindsets, because our mind is very, very essential. When your mind is right, you always think right. You want to do right things. You want to learn to do new things. You challenge yourself to grow. You don't just get, like, when I got to Indonesia here, I saw the situation and I asked myself, what's the way out? I knew education was the way out. I was a failure in Nigeria. Like when I said I was a dropout in school because I didn't complete my education, and then I felt bad for myself at that point. I knew the only way I could survive. First of all, I need to look for a school. So I went to a school and I got rejected. You know, when you're rejected as a Nigerian, it kept me in a bad place, but I didn't give up. After I had my son, 2 weeks later, I saw this advert on the streets, like, a pathway to Australia. That was right up. I walked into that school all alone with my son in my hands, and I asked, how do I start? And then they said I need to pay 100,000 rupiah then to write the English exam. And I asked, can I write it now? He said, are you okay with your son like this? I said, it's okay. I can just keep it here and write. And I did that. And when they told me the price, I didn't have the money. I was so desperate. I didn't have the money to pay the fees because it was 47 million rupiah. So she said to me, I told her, can I go to this school on credit? I promise I'll pay in 1 month, because I was so desperate. I knew that I had a child in my hands. I have made a huge mistake in my life. And the only way I had then was to start making corrections. So I don't want to think about the money, because money is secondary. First of all, you need to think about your mind first. I had to reset my mind and say, okay, I want to move forward. How do I start? And I said, can I start on credit? And she said, okay. They've never had that kind of candidate before. They were hoping I would drop out maybe 1 month or so. But I started on credit. It's funny, I started school on credit. I was the first student that started school on credit ever. And even as an international student, which is never possible, but the determination was there. When I was given that second chance, because I called it a second chance, I gave myself a huge responsibility. I said, I was a failure back in Calabar, in University of Calabar. I wouldn't go to school. I want to sort all the lecturers and do all the things everyone was doing, right? But this is my shot. It's not because I'm not smart I was doing that. It was because I found myself, I was controlled by social pressure. The minimum grade I will have in this education now will be A. I had to make all A's, you understand, because I knew that is my only way out. When I graduated, my journey was never looking for a job, because I knew I don't fit into the job market here. I still need some stuff, and again, my passport and all will be a setback. So immediately I studied business, I started positioning my mind to start up my own company. The opportunity is here. Like he said, he has been in Indonesia. Indonesia is the only country you can come in today. You go and rent a shop tomorrow morning. The government will not look for you and start selling anything you want to sell, whether it's rice, beans. You understand? That's the kind of country, right, Ambassador? Right? That's the kind of country whereby
I used to have I used to have office in very close to Taramban. What's it called? Cabo Kacang.
Oh, Cabo Kacang.
Yeah.
Tamboran.
Yeah. Then I was living in Kilepadua, Shimagis, far away. Bogoraya.
So you see the opportunity here. You can do anything. It's your choice. It's your decision.
Now people don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. That the old school, we were there. Things were very bright. Immediately.
Actually, they know they don't like that small money. Actually,
they want to make it fast money.
We were making money. People didn't realize this. They say, oh, how much are you going to sell from this clothes that is going to make money for you? But they didn't realize that an Igbo man will come and buy 2 containers. And if I'm getting 50 cents per dozen, how many, about 100 dozen is going to make 1 bill? And you check it 50 cents, how many doses are going
to yeah.
we were just making cool money and people didn't realize it. You know?
Anyway, guys.
In a week, we could make more than 20 million. And people didn't realize it, we were making money.
Yeah.
You know? Most of the money we lost because of Soweto. We all left the country. I was in South Africa when the Soweto problem came and we could not come back into the country.
Bro, how you can go South Africa? Why I can't go South Africa? We be saying this South Africa.
I was in Malawi. I was selling in
Malawi. Why you can't go Malawi self? Malawi self. Now that not be there McDonald's go carry cooking. Malawi self. A dead area.
That's what people don't know. We changed a lot of things in Malawi. We changed a lot of things in Malawi and Mozambique. The Indians were taking charge of everything. They were selling on bargain.
Oh, but this India don't take everywhere.
We just went there and scattered their business. You know, we sell power of bargain. They were selling on percentage. I'll give you 5%. I'll give you 5 cents. We just go there. The thing they were selling at $10. We're selling at $2. We said to the offices, and they would never come back to the market to buy. So they were crying. They can't pay their shop anymore.
Yeah.
We go and sell on credit. That's how we destroy their business. We just sell everything on credit. We come and relax at home. At the end of the month, we go and collect our money. And the one in the shop, they could not sell. Because once you buy from me from the office, what are you coming back to do in the shop? That's how we were able to stabilize the whole thing. But at the end, because we are in high position, they call police, they call immigrations, and they start arresting people. You know, it teach me a lot of big deals, man. That place showed me a lot of things. A lot of things.
Do you know? I supposed to be in Indonesia, I think last month. One of my friends wanted to do this thing. I think I told you this time. I told you I supposed to be here.
But we should be careful. You know, Nigeria, we're trending everywhere around the world. We're trending. We're becoming
this is where I supposed to go to Indonesia. Or is it?
Adventure what? Where's that fountain gate? Is it in Bali?
Is that Ancho?
Is it in Bali?
Yeah, in Bali. Yeah, in Bali.
Bali.
My friend needed to do wedding. We could have come for wedding, but because of coronavirus, we can't go there.
No, she's in Jakarta.
Yeah, it's only 2 hours. I can still see him.
All right.
So yeah, I'm like,
fly with Mama,
but we can't do it. We can't do it here.
Where are you, Cynthia?
South Africa.
South Africa.
Oh, Ambassador, you're in Australia too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ambassador is in lockdown in Australia.
Oh.
I'm in coronavirus lockdown.
Ambassador is in prison. Tomorrow I will join Ambassador in prison. Tomorrow.
Ambassador, are you in Sydney? Who is in Sydney?
Nobody here.
Nobody in Sydney. I have a lot of people in Sydney. I used to live in Sydney before.
No. There's a Nigerian there that I wanted to, introduce. She's in school. She's in school. She's studying medicine now in Sydney. She just got admission. She's also a wonderful. Next time we should have her on. Her experience is really, really awesome. You need to see how she broke into the market.
Bring
her up next time.
Yeah. She's from River State and she got to Australia for the masters and got stuck and now moved to nursing.
Oh yeah, that's normal what people do, you know.
It's normal over here.
And you go to the normal
over here, you forget about your business and start doing engineering.
Anything, you know. Yeah, you see now, but that's the truth. It's her choice now to decide to move, or she will now use the blame card.
When I came here, my mind was telling me to go and do. My mind telling me to go and do economics, but now I'm doing criminology. So everybody's different.
Don't go arrest you.
Why did you choose that? Criminology.
Why do you choose criminology?
Are you targeting EFCC boss? Something is fishing.
The Mugu. I'm doing criminology and justice. What I do.
You want arrest people where they here? You want arrest people in Nigeria where they are?
Look at what I do.
Ambassador Jeff, you want to expose all the Edo criminals. You want to expose all the Edo criminals.
Let me tell you about this. I'm the director for the African Community Development Network of Australia. That is the ambassadorship. And now the president and CEO of Florence J. Osayende Foundation, popularly known as Part an African Girl, and the director for Showbiz and Entertainment. So I've got everything. So I need education to back it up. Not just an accounting, but I need criminal-minded brain.
Okay.
To justify what I do.
Anyway, guys, we are running up, guys. Guys, thank you. Anyway, thank you, Esther, for joining us today, guys.
Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you, Cynthia.
Don't forget, before you go, Esther.
Yeah.
So,
there's no need. Before you go. Oh.
So Esther,
It looks like you.
Esther, so we got a thing. Esther, I will quickly run this thing. You pick one name from these guys, okay? Before you go, I'll run these guys. You pick one name from them, okay?
Okay.
I just go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll keep running. If you reach where it's.
Anak-anak namanya siapa nih?
Nama kamu? Nama aku.
Wow. Aku.
Okay, this is Temple. I would love to talk to Temple because he made a comment. He said he feels because of this greener pasture, he's wasted. My brother, you're not wasted, okay? No one is wasted. There's an opportunity to start all over again. Life is not a competition, neither is it a race. No matter how much you fail, you're able to stand up.
Very good.
That's what matters. So, Mr. Jeffrey, wherever you are, you can find something. So you can find something and do and start all over again. There is no harm in starting all over again. There is no harm in starting. So don't give up.
No.
Okay, Mr. Temple, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Esther,
thank you.
We have to see you next time, okay? Thank you very much.
Esther, before you go, among all the names, who do you choose?
All right.
He said Temple. She said
All right,
Temple.
Yeah, that's Temple.
That's good. Jerry Temple, you are a
Yeah.
winner.
Guys,
that's a good one.
Yeah. Guys, another thing I want to add is whatever you are doing also.
You want to say bye with the kid? Hey, you want to say bye? Hey, bye.
She's back.
Have a nice school, okay?
Yeah.
All the best.
Bye.
Okay, guys. That was awesome. So,
yeah, guys, that is whatever we are doing, we need to be patient. Impatience have put us in a lot of trouble outside the country. When you are impatient, you want to hit, you want to make a big money. You don't want to accept a little job where you can maybe get paid a little money and from there you grow. You just want to hit at once, which is very bad. I can use myself as an example. When I came here, there is no job. I did computer science in Nigeria. But when I came here, I needed to look for something to do. So I did auxiliary nursing. I got a job, but then the money wasn't so attractive to me. I wanted a place where they can pay me a lot of money. So I resigned. But today I'm regretting because if I have continued with that job, by now, maybe I have saved more money and complete the course, or maybe they have increased my salary, you see. So impatient, when we go outside the country, we are always in a hurry to make a big money, which is very bad. Like here again, you will see here, South Africa, they will be very patient to achieve whatever they want to achieve. But Nigeria, we don't think like the way we are in a hurry to do things is something nice.
There's a in ShopRite. I went to buy something. There's a lot of queue. Others are in a queue, being patient to get to their turn. But there's this Nigeria guy. He doesn't want to be in a queue. You know what he did? He just went straight and then he bribed the counter and told the he was supposed to be at the back, but now he doesn't want to wait for his own turn. He wants to bribe so that he can do his own thing and go. So you see, all those kind of things is a bad image to us, you know, something that is very bad. So what I'm trying to say is that if you are planning to go outside of the country, or you are there in Nigeria, whatever you are doing, just be patient and do it wisely and do it very well. It pays rather than be in a hurry. Being in a hurry has put a lot of us into trouble. Come here, they are drug dealers, beans, prostitution, child trafficking, and other things. Why? Some of them have these certificates. They don't want to go and look for job.
What did he say to me? Can I see what he said, please?
Because they believe
for me. After studying it finished from down here, there are a lot of criminals.
Which kind of course you go carry say you're going to do criminal? You want put them for court? You don't put them for prison?
That is the truth now. When you are done studying,
make you not go. But you're going to wait till the boy. So
there.
You see, you don't make you lose position. You go wait with him boy. So Obaseki.
You saw my video. Yeah? You saw my video last night.
No, not last night. I know they compare about him now. I see your right opposite. I watched your live last 2 or 3 days. I don't know. I don't remember.
No, it was a bomb last night. It was
anyway, guys.
Last night. Over 200 comments. I had to delete a lot of them.
That is very good, but he's making a good point. When you are done, you have to come to Nigeria and practice what you did.
Look at it. He's talking about police officer there. I can't do a police officer. I'm too old for that. And I'm only good for doing consultancy. And I have an officer already. Anyway, guys. Now who is going to be the next winner?
So, guys, listen. Cynthia just said something. Cynthia, thank you very much for sharing about yourself. It's so important that we young ones. Everybody, don't be too in haste. Ambassador have given us some loadout. Esther have given us, a bit loadout. I will try to bring her in again. Guys, if you are here again next week, guys, we will have some. We'll have, normally some of our conversation here, it's not like, it can be like collective idea. But next week, our conversation will be law abiding because those people who have next week may be a professional. They may be your doctors. They may be your specialists. So next week, guys, be prepared, and we are going to mental health. So if you got your friends next week, please bring your friends, okay? Let me just give you guys a tip. Bring your friends.
Since yesterday, I've got a lot of friends. Everybody want to be my friends after the bomb blast last night. Anyway.
So guys, now I will leave Ambassador Jeff to pick the next one, or Cynthia. Da-da-dam. I'll tell you two guys. 1, 2, 3. I know. So we have 7 people to give, like almost.
So that is a lot.
Okay, guys. What happens is that we are going to give 3 people here. Then 4 people will let 4 people that share later. Okay. So let's go on, or maybe 4 people here. No, Terry, no, that one, no, that one. Anybody, I don't know. Keep going.
There's Agbo over there.
Agbo, okay. Where is it again? I don't know. Agbo something. Agbo
Frederick. No, his name is gone now. Bad luck.
Yeah. Okay. I was doing this guy said make you carry yourself, you can go arrest all this. I don't go about it. I'm looking for trouble.
I'm very police officer, I don't arrest people. So you are a winner, Mr. Agbo Frederick Sunday. Today is Saturday. I don't know how you call your name Sunday.
And I'm picking a.
But you guys knew how to send your bank account. That's the only way you get the money.
Yeah, they just send me to me, then I'll just.
Yeah. Once you get it to me. Yeah.
So guys, who again?
Cynthia has to pick them.
Cynthia.
This guy
Okay.
is a very no.
I
Go
pick
back.
Sunny.
No, this guy,
This one,
guy, he's been there from the beginning.
Okay, so I will give him. So he's a winner too. So thank you, Madam Ose, too.
He has been with us every day. I see him every time we broke.
Yeah. I know it's kind of like no. He has been a very, very strong follower of me. Actually, I know. So guys, so that's 3, right? One more. 4.
Fred Sonny.
Fred Sonny win last week too.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's always there with us.
Fred Sonny is gonna fight me now because he said I don't want to give to him.
Now you are putting. You see now you are putting Gary. You are putting sand in his Gary. Oh.
Then I'll pick.
Yeah, you pick yours.
How many have we got now?
I say I picked Fred Sonny. You haven't write it yet. I say Fred Sonny.
Oh my gosh.
So many friend requests.
So Fred, congratulations. So we have pick. Oh man, where's my pen? I got it.
You better write it down before all of them disappear.
Yeah. I actually got it. I just get it's a pick Sabo.
Even the ladies that need the pad are not here.
We didn't push any lady.
Yeah, I think we saw something. And also that's her here. So we're going to pick her.
Noni, Precious.
Yeah, she's a lady that she need a pad.
So we got who? Temple. One is Temple.
We were supposed to give the money to the girls anyway. Those guys are not going to give the money to their girlfriends. That money is meant for girls.
They will give it to their sisters.
It doesn't matter. They can use it.
You are watching and you have a girl boyfriend online that will win today. That money is supposed to go to you. And if you
that's right.
Come and comment next week Saturday.
Fred Sonny.
Remember the hand that give it and the hand that receive it are all blessed hands.
Yes, so thank you, Ambassador Jeff, for
Isu.
Always remember to be happy.
No, sir.
No matter what you do. That's my first time in this building today. See, the background is different.
I was telling Cynthia that you are moving her. I thought you moved.
Yeah. Wow, congratulations, Ambassador Jeff.
When we came in, I told Cynthia that you probably not be here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Terry Champu, Sonny. Then we got Abu something. Is that Abu?
Abu Frederick Sunday.
Abu Frederick Sunday. Yeah, where is Abu?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Abu Malaka. Is it Abu Malaka?
Abu Frederick Sunday.
Yeah, there was this book we read in the primary school. Abu Malaka, who lived in the city of Ibadan.
Abu Frederick Sunday. Is that it? Oh yeah.
It looked like a car.
So then we'll have 6. I'll give you Chika. Somebody Chika. I think Chika, if you're here,
trying to give it to girls.
That's 2 girls. I think Chika is a girl too.
Okay.
I think Chika is a girl. I don't know. So I will go to the comment section.
Most of them just pop online and go out. They might not even know. You understand what I mean? You have to message them.
No, I will give you some ladies. You don't have girlfriend, Jerry. If you don't have girlfriend, I will give you a date with Cynthia. But if you have girlfriend, no.
On the way to South Africa,
you go fly to South Africa. You go fly to South Africa. You go give me the money to buy your ticket.
You go give me the money to buy the ticket.
No, you give me money to buy the ticket. Don't give her.
Now the table we talk since now.
Make it up for my show. No.
You see?
So guys, so we got 6 here. I will look for one girl. I will look for one girl again or one man again from the other comment section. So we got 6. I'll send you this.
Maybe next week. Yeah.
No. Okay, maybe next week. No, why don't let's just do it at once anyway.
There is other ladies there. They will share when they come back, like Zikachi.
Kachi. I already did that, Kachi. I already did that, Kachi. What's her name, Kachi? You know, this is business time, like for Nigeria.
Yeah, it's business time. They might not be online, but when they come, they will join.
Anyway, guys, thank you, Ambassador Jeff, on behalf of Part the African Girls, guys. If you're coming online, please make sure you go part of African Girls, like non-denomination or whatever, non-for-profit organization. We help people, help. We always do that. You share, sometimes, guys, there's some things you can do to people that do these things. Like you just share for them, just share, and create awareness. Like for only you to have the information is not good. Like what Esther is saying today. Maybe somebody who is about to travel after the coronavirus, you may hear things like this. You won't go, just have a blind travel whereby you just stand in a train station waiting for train to carry you from Malaysia to Australia. I've seen somebody that wants to go from Singapore to Japan. This is not possible. You need a visa.
They want to come to Australia by train.
Yeah. So that's why we have to take this,
If it is possible, I want to come by train.
I beg, give me money, I'll buy ticket for you. Give me money, I'll buy ticket for you.
How much?
Cheapest ticket is $10,500.
The flight is 4,000. The train ticket is 2,000.
Okay. Flight is 4,000. Yes, train ticket is 2,000. So which one is? And with food. Anyway, guys, thank you guys. We thank Ambassador Jeff on behalf of Part the African Girls for supporting us today, guys. So each person, I have like 6 people here. Each person is like 2,000 naira. So guys, you send me your numbers
and I will drop the money to you too. So if you want to share it yourself, you know how to do it. Yeah.
Anyone you want, Ambassador, if you want me to send you this thing, that if you don't, then it's not possible. I'll send my this thing for you.
Yeah,
I'll tell the person you pay it to person, then you just send it out. Okay.
I think it's better you transfer it to them. You know how to do it. My account. You know how many names on my account? Too many.
Okay, guys. Once about just send it to me, then I will do that to all of you guys. So from now, before next weekend, you will get it. Okay.
Let them send you the account numbers.
Yeah, they already. I think most of them they will do. They know how they do it. Most of them they will do. So, guys, I say thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Ambassador. Congratulations. You are now quarantined in your new house. You are quarantined in your new house.
Jeff, which one? So, guys, if you are listening, make sure next week, guys. Guys, if you are listening, make sure next week, guys, we'll have a mentor, we'll have a motivator. Next week, guys, you will have a wonderful person. So make sure that you are here. I'll do as much as possible to bring you from people around the world, America, Australia, everywhere in the world, just to give you background of what is going on, people that motivate you. Esther here is a kind of, Esther is a business-minded lady. Also, she has been in contact with a lot of people that if you get to know her, guys, you're going to know politicians. Also, guys, I tried to connect one of the senators in Nigeria one day to bring him in. So I'll bring him in, we'll be fair to him. I'll bring him in, we'll be fair to him because he's a gentleman.
No. I'm a good friend to politicians. The only thing I just don't do is let them practice what they preach.
Yeah, this one
don't go and flatter people and tell me you're going to create 200,000 jobs.
This one will be fair.
4 years, then you create 5,000.
This one is be fair. You'll be fair and easy and friendly.
Yeah, we'll be fair.
Of course, we will be fair. We will be fair, but we have to speak out our mind so that he will send the message to his colleague.
That's why he told me that he doesn't want to come in a platform that, that we put his position into, questionable remark, So I told him that the day I will bring him in is like the day will be fair, and the young.
I will try to reach out to some. Because I was with network of Nigerian NGOs about 2 days ago. I have a chat with the Deputy Senate. Yeah, I think the Deputy Senate lower house was the one who was taking questions. Yeah, so I had a chat with too many of them. I still have their numbers here, but I never stored them in my phone.
Anyway, guys, thank you, guys. I try to be fair. I try to be fair. Many of you that follows me last 2 years or something like that this site was pulled down almost 2 years because of
but I got to go. I tell you, my body are very sore.
Yeah, I was here. Okay, thank you very much for coming.
All day. I want to sleep because I need to wake up early in the morning to go back and pack the remaining things. Yeah.
Okay, I was here. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Talk to you next weekend.
No, thank you guys. So I was Jeff just decided, guys. Shout out for him for supporting those guys. Send me your card too. Send me your account too, guys. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Jeff. Oh, Cynthia, you got me here. Oh, you got me big timely. Cynthia, you know me. If you got me, you have to dance.
I'm always by your side.
Wait a minute, Cynthia. Anyway, so guys, it's just if you are a winner today, I thank you as Jeff on behalf of Bad African Girl for supporting us too. So guys, when you watch, help us share, educate others, and we learn 1 or 2 things from each program that we do. Cynthia have shared some part of our story. We don't want you guys to make that mistake. But me, every mistake is just about learning. She's still a young girl. She's still learning. We are old men. We are with white hairs everywhere. So guys, we have learned so many. I told you, I must just travel around the world. It not mean I have not made mistake. He made mistake while traveling. That's why they say traveling is part of experience. Some things you learn in travel, you may not be able to learn those things in school. Because if you don't make mistake, you will not learn. That's how travel is all about. We all make mistakes. I told you my own mistake. I told you my own mistake, you'll be shocked. We all made that mistake. But the good thing is that when you make the mistake, you keep learning, beat yourself up, get up, do your thing, it doesn't matter. Everybody make mistake in life, You keep going hard. Oh, you share 6 times. Thank you, bro, for sharing 6 times. Anyway, guys, we are winner today.
Jerry, please, when you share, also tell your friends to share.
Anyway, guys, my own project, I just have fun and just pass the information around. That's all that matters to guys. So anyway, guys, thank you, guys. We are kind of around our time just to get this going today. So, guys, always my music. Always my music. Let me get my music. late time here. It's almost 12 a.m. here. So, Cynthia, thank you very much for staying with us too. Thank you very much for your time. You know, beginning your phone wasn't or your wasn't okay, but thank you very, very much for being with us. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, was that.
So, guys, that's time. Time to get out going here. Guys, we have done so much, you know. My neighbors will say,
you are this music.
I like that music, eh?
Wow, that was nice.
That was nice. One more, then I'm gone.
No, I know it's you. Okay.
Huh? So guys,
Yeah.
see me. Yeah. As if you know, they are my two favorite sons. I'm going back to her. But oh man, I like that. This song. No, I miss the guy. Wait. I'll run this one. Yeah. So guys, I'll finish with this passage here. Oh, who is giving me love? That's a big love. Okay. Guys, I got finished. Is that for me or for Cynthia?
Giving it to you.
Woo!
Which is that?
Solid gold.
Solid gold.
Solid star.
Welcome lunch. Stand up and go. Hey. One thing I know. You can't call this dance, bro. You guys, if you watch this letter,
That was my time. Just enjoyed myself, and I thank you guys and thank you for watching me.
Thank you.
Hey, promise one day you show me your dance, not just to laugh at me. You show me your dance, yeah?
One day you host a dancing competition.
But Jeff, I'm just will be in trouble. So guys, I'll just finish, guys. But thank you everybody for coming in. Cynthia, thank you very much for being with us. And I hope you have a wonderful week.
The rest of the day.
Take care, Cynthia. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me, and thank you for those that won today, guys. You know, you can dance. Sorry, I love dancing. You know, when you dance, you know, some people don't understand this. When you dance, you actually relieve some stress. You make yourself happy. You ease your mind. So that's what dancing is all about. Either whatever dance you know how to dance, just dance it. You know, Christian music, whatever music that you know you have to dance. I don't necessarily listen to what the music says, but I just go by the beating, because rhythm is very good for the body. So it's part of exercise. You can see me breathing in, breathing hard. That's what dancing is all about. So I just want to thank everyone. So guys, you watch my video, or sometimes now you share. And next week, like I said, You guys should come up with us, and we have a very important guest next week that will be talking about mental health and all those things. We have to look up to those things. You know, we are stigma on those kind of things. Just give your brother or your sister, your friend, just, you know, let him know what is happening around the town. Today, again, you have heard from Esther. Esther has so many experience about just traveling, and she has been in a drama, people calling her some sort of name about her advice to people when you're traveling, you know, how you need to travel and what you have to do before you travel. So this is why I have to bring people like this to educate us more. Most of us that haven't traveled out to see, you know, and listen before we travel. Because don't just pack your bag because your friend told you that he has company somewhere. It's not true. Some of those places are very hard. You have to make sure you get the right visa. You have to make sure that you are in a right position to do things. Otherwise, you get into trouble or you end up getting into, you know, criminal activity. And criminal activity does not pay. Even though they don't catch you today, they will catch you tomorrow. The money you make in criminal activity does not last. It's a short-term goal. So you have to learn. You have to learn to do the right things. That's what the hobby is all about. You think about the future. You know, this world, everybody has, you know, limitation. There's a time you have to suffer. There's a time you have to make money. There's a time you have to be happy. There's a time you face a bit of anger or whatever, or trial, or your body, you know, be happy. So that's why you have to, you know, be motivated, you know, never give up, keep going hard and do the right thing. Are you a Christian or you're not a Christian, but do the right thing. You know, when you do the right thing, you will have an open door for yourself. You know, a lot of things will be open for you. You'll be able to live a good life. You'll be able to live a life that you can testify on. And many of us will find it very hard to testify on our own life. So you have to do that. You know, I have come across a lot of people, a lot of our brothers, a lot of our sisters. They can be my brother, they can be your brother. That's why you have to share this sometimes. They have been into problem in a foreign countries. Do you know how many people die in the Red Sea trying to cross from Libya? And they're going to Europe where they probably not get a job. They probably end up walking around the street. They probably be better off staying in Nigeria when you have a handwork. Somebody who have millions in Nigeria will give up, sell his houses just to go to Europe. And going to the Europe, like I said, they refuse to get the right visa. If you can say your house are worth 300 to 400 to 500,000, and you're going to Europe just for a visiting visa that will last maybe 2 weeks or 1 week, then you'll be hanging around the street. Why can't you? Why can't you save money and go to school in a foreign country? The difference is not big. The difference is not big. It's not big. So if somebody told you that bring 800,000 so I can make visa for you, that 800,000 can actually get you a visa, can actually get you a school in a foreign country that you can study. You become more productive for yourself and you get your paper, you can be able to work. That's the difference. So somebody telling that I will do visa for you 2 million, asking what kind of visa are you trying to do for me? If it's visa that you're going for visitation, it does not cost much to do visitation. And the visitation, know that you will be going out of that country. Because some country, if you come with visitation, they'll ask you to go out. If you don't go out, you become illegal immigrant. And if you're illegal immigrant, a lot of things you will do is limited. You can't be able to work properly. You'll be working and hiding. And if some country does not grant you much asylum, like Australia does not grant you a lot of asylum. Australia, if you demand asylum, they will take you to another state, another country. You know, before they will grant it for you. Australian asylum is very hard, not like Europe. Europe, you can get the asylum, but then I don't know the job, you know, employment rate in Europe. But I heard that some people say Germany is all right, or Belgium, but France not really. But they will give people to run around the street, pay you some money. But in thinking of those things, you know, we still find out people, they don't appreciate those things. That's why we are talking about travel today. I spent time, you know, and Jeff tells us, you know, what he, you know, he's passing through to before he get to where he is. So I hope that, you know, our brothers and sisters, when you listen to this TV and listen to this video, you can, after the coronavirus, if you're thinking of going away, you think properly. Don't just spend your money. I see people spend 3 million, 4 million just to be given 2 weeks visa. That's crazy. Westerner does not spend that money. If you can have 3 million, you will get good visa that you can go and study. Think of education. If you are doing handwork, you don't need, if you are, knows how to do handwork, bricklayer, you come over, you don't need to be writing all you need is just a basic understanding. Then you can work with your hand. Not all of us can have a graduate degree certificate hanging in our walls. Some of us can have technical, certificate that certify you as a whatever called trading. Trading people make more money than the graduate themselves. Because they create jobs. This is what I wanted people to be understanding. Don't just travel. We all made a mistake. Like I told you, I saw some people in Singapore standing on the way saying they wanted to take a train to Japan. Jeff said he saw Malaysia, he wanted to catch a train to Australia. A lot of stories like that. And I'm telling you now, you probably say they are illiterate. I'm telling you, some people that are graduate. If you think that you are wise, when you come out, you see what is called wise. The wiseness of Nigeria is a foolishness in a foreign country. I've seen that a lawyer who have handled a case in Nigeria being rooted by a common criminal. So be wise before you make such a decision. That's my idea today. Be wise and don't just make a decision. Be wise. Listen to God. If you can't confuse, you have Law Obi today. You can send us message and tell us what you're thinking about. We can give you update. If I don't know, I can always link you up and ask people. So be wise, spend your money wisely. Don't just say your single land, because people sell, like a lot of people sell their land, the single land they have, in order to travel. Then they travel, what they expect is not what they see. So this is something that you have to get used to, learn and understand. Okay? I thank you guys for being part of Law Obi, and I hope to see you guys some other time. Stay safe. Law Obi, the future you see.